I reckon it'll be fine. Hello and welcome to episode 801 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Hello.
Yay, boo, yay. Yay, I'm Stu.
I'm Chinny.
And I'm John.
Oh,
Hi,
hey.
John.
Hey.
How you doing?
How's it going, John? John stroke Duke for this week.
I'm doing all right.
Because Duke's a douche and we've no idea why he isn't here. He's just not here.
I can't call you John.
He just said he weren't coming.
I've got to call you Nezzy.
Yeah,
I can't call you John.
Yeah, we'll call you Nezzy. What the hell is this John business?
As I introduced myself, my brain was like, I don't even know which name to use, so I just resorted to John. But
Yeah.
Nezzy's fine.
Yeah, we'll go with Nezzy. We'll go with we know you as Nezzy.
Yeah.
Nezzy is what we know.
You need a replacement intellectual this week, so you got me in.
Exactly,
that's
we need someone with brains, unlike us two, who are dumb, because we're both dumb.
So,
well, Chinny's dumb.
Yeah, okay. Fantastic intro. So, how you been?
Been good. Been very well.
You know?
Yes. Keep enjoying the good weather.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoying
It's
some
beautiful,
games.
isn't it? Beautiful.
Yeah, been enjoying my garden. It's been nice. Been doing lots of playing outside with the children. So it's been good. Good times at the minute.
Nice one.
Yeah, we've been doing some gardening. We went and got our hanging basket plants. But I braved it, right? I've left them out, but you're not meant to do it till the end of May, are you? Because it's like, wait for the end of May.
What?
In case there's
Not
a
meant
bit
to
of
do
frost. You're not meant to put your hanging basket plants out until, like, annuals. You know what an annual is?
No.
So
Isn't that something
so
to
an
do with your bum hole?
No, it's so
No.
annuals
an
are
anal, right,
plants
okay.
that only grow once a year, so they're sort of a bit delicate.
Oh, right, okay.
But you're like things like hanging baskets, like stuff you stick in your
It's a
borders,
video game
stuff you
podcast
stick in,
for new listeners.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
tubs, window boxes, all that kind of jive.
Right. Okay.
But they only grow once a year, so you're not meant until May's out. You're meant to keep them indoors, because if there's a little bit of frost, they're done. They're dead.
The world weather is so broken anyway that just those rules don't apply anymore.
No, I think it's fine. Happening. I'll be honest. I think it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that all day, and I'm the honest, right? Every year, Kay adds another couple of pots. I've gone out to water them before the show. It took me 35 minutes to water the pots. I'm like, shit, soon it's going to be all night of a job. I come home from work and then I'll finish watering. I'll be getting in bed.
Yeah.
That's literally how long it's going to take.
How long before you totally lose your shit and just smash all the pots? Like you got 35 minutes now.
Do you know this is the best thing,
minutes.
right? This is the best thing, right? I got rid of the lawn, so I wouldn't have to do as much in the garden.
Yeah.
Got the deck in, so that we'd have less to do. And we've just created more to do by having all these pots with loads of bloody plants in. But it looks nice. You know what I mean? So
I'm getting rid of half of my garden because it's ridiculous. You've been to my house,
no
Stu.
garden's a field. It's
my
like a
garden.
football pitch.
I found a whole barn at the bottom of my garden. No, I didn't really. But it's a big garden.
You really did. You could fit a barn at the bottom of your garden. To be fair,
I said to Tara, I can't do this much gardening, man. This is too much. So
yeah.
I want half of it to be gravel, but now we're getting planters on the side, so that's more shit I've got to deal with.
That's what I mean. This is what happens. You just sort of try and lessen the load and create more to do. That's what I think we just keep doing.
I got
it's like, for God's sake.
I got one of those robotic lawnmowers last year.
Oh yeah. My dad's favourite thing in the world, Nezzy, is his robotic lawnmower.
So is mine. It's like one of my children.
I think he loves it more than me.
It's so satisfying. It takes like the right amount of little managing and just caring, little tweaking here and there, a little bit love here and there, and sometimes I'll just be out there and it's just going and it just makes such a satisfying sound of just chopping off the top of the grass.
Because you can see the way you park on my mum and dad's drive, you can see over the fence to the back garden sometimes, and I park up and he doesn't know I'm there, and I can just see him looking at it. Just looking
That's
at
what
it.
I do.
He just watches it. He loves it.
I was
doing its thing.
I was doing it on Friday and I thought, I might as well just be mowing the lawn. I just stand here watching it. It's like I might as well just be here mowing the lawn. It's like having a little pet. But it does a great job on your lawn though. It really does because it.
Oh yeah.
like it mulches it because it just leaves the clipping straight on.
Yeah.
And,
do you know what you need to do, Chinny? What you need is a goat. What you need to do is get a goat, stick it, or a sheep, goat or sheep, either will do. Stick it on your back garden. Nature's lawnmower, sort it out for you. No problems.
We already get a lot of wild animals going through my garden, shitting everywhere.
Well, is it a hedgehog trail yard or something?
Well, at the bottom of my garden, right? There's like a path that goes from the top right to the bottom. Have you seen? You've seen it, haven't you? Right?
Yeah, you showed it.
And my next door neighbour said, "Oh, I thought you did that on purpose." Like, no, it's a little avenue for these animals. They've made a second one now, so they've made one that sort of goes parallel to the fence. And I'm like, these fucking
wolves. Bigger packs of wolves from Wolverhampton, wouldn't it? Sure.
Yeah, maybe, but it's more like badgers.
Can we just say
they're making themselves welcome.
While we're talking about your garden, Chinny, I came probably about a year ago around now, isn't it? It's probably about a year ago now.
What, to my house?
Last year. Yeah.
Did you?
It's about a year.
Because you met Rosa, didn't you? So,
yeah. And we went off to London, which when we got there about 5 hours late.
Yeah.
Because of traffic and shit.
Went to London again this week. The same method. Drove there, parked, and it was absolutely
But you
fine.
did get stuck in a lot of shit in traffic, though, did you?
Absolutely fine. Shout out to I used a listener of the show, or former listener to the show. He doesn't listen anymore. I used his drive.
Nice. And they were free, presumably.
Free. Kyle.
Free.
She used his drive.
Ah,
remember Carl Adams?
So
she used his drive.
Yeah, I remember. I remember he was there last year. Carl came last year, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was there last year. But I don't know why he doesn't listen anymore. I don't know.
Here's the reason I'm talking about this, though, Chinny, because this time last year, while you were showing me your extensive garden, you were talking about how you were going to landscape the end, you were going to get yourself a snooker table hut, man cave, all that. I'm just asking how that's going. What's happening?
Did I mention that? That's probably
it's a year on. It's like Grand Designs.
Sorry.
You know what I mean?
That's like a 10-year project, Stu.
10 years?
You'll be dead by the time that's finished.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say, what's the point of that? I'll never see it bloody done.
So we've started the process of
10 years.
Basically, the first phase is just clearing out all the bottom of that bit, the bottom bit. So that's what we're doing now. So me and my brother are doing that now. So it's still not done, but it's just getting rid of all the weeds. There's a massive tree trunk down there. Massive. And that needs getting rid of. So it's just basically making it flat. And then I'm just going to gravel it for a bit, temporary. And then it might be gravel for like a year or two. And then next year I've got to dig the footings and all that sort of stuff. So,
Hey, do you know what, though? To be fair, your Pete's a good guy to have on board. I mean, he's done out his bloody canal barge and all that. He's got some skills, hasn't he?
He does,
you know what I mean? For building.
Yeah.
So I reckon he's a good person to have on board to help you out with this project. He literally texted me like
yesterday saying like, right, on the garden I'm going to do this, and I'm like, yeah, because he's coming around and helping with it. So
yeah, but it's like my mate when I did the giant dig. I got my mate Steve to help me, right? Who was ex-army. He were a fucking beast. I mean, we had to dig a load of like turf out and level it all. And he was just like a bloody machine. I mean, he's not very big, but he's quite, he's quite buff. And he was just on it. He had his spade. He would digging up big bloody chunks of turf. I mean, we had that thing leveled in about half a day.
Like a Diet Coke advert for you, Stu. Was you getting horny?
And it was... This were in
just stand there in awe of him.
This were in 2018 when the weather was very similar to what we've got at the moment. It was boiling. We'd started in April, and it was just like a beast. By the end of the first day, we had the first bit of frame in place, done, job done, footings and everything. I mean, that guy, machine,
what a guy,
absolute machine.
What a guy.
But yeah, I couldn't do that now. Flipping heck. No way, Jose.
No. You have to pay people to do it now.
I know. I'm going to have to do that. I was thinking that the other day.
This took a year to do, and we had to do all the same stuff you mentioned. Get rid of big tree trunk.
Yeah. Because essentially, what you've got there is basically what I'm going to do, but I'm going to have to do it big. Is it brick?
No, it's wood. It's wood, but it's really solid. Because we initially went to like one place that was like at a garden centre. Where they have like a few of the sheds and big nice sheds and stuff. And we saw one, and it was like said to be used like an office building, and we were just like, yeah, that's fine. I'm a very easygoing guy, me. You can show me like one thing, and I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty much the thing I'm asking for. So we signed up for that.
No fussiness at all.
And we signed up for that, and at the same time, my mate Jason was doing the stuff on the garden. So the guys came to fit the thing, and they came and they started digging it out, and they were just putting like the wooden footing inside the mud. And Jason was like, "What are they doing down there? Like that stuff that's going to last you like about a year."
Oh really?
So, yeah, rot.
Yeah, we got onto the phone to them. And then she got Heather, my wife, onto the phone. She takes no prisoners. So basically, we ended up saying our stop. They ended up leaving. We got our money back. I think it was like 10 grand or something. I think, yeah. They just gave us all of our money back, and then Jason put us in contact with another guy called Dave, who's just one guy who's a joiner who like builds these things.
Does it?
Yeah, he said he was going to do it in about 6 weeks. It ended up taking about 4 months. Like it took a long time.
Jesus Christ.
But he did. It's like a proper job. Like he's got plugs. Like it's all double glazed. Like you couldn't tell it's not like.
It looks. I thought it was just in your house. To be fair,
yeah. I still like this is just like the back of. We're still putting stuff in it. This is just like the back of a bookcase that's turned around. I'm going to put backing on here. It's, and then it's a little L shape, and Heather's office is a little just a room that's just.
Well, the plan is so I've got it. My garden's like slightly uphill, so that's good because I want to put like a toilet and stuff up there and electric and all this sort of stuff, but it's a fair way, you know what I mean? So I've got to dig a massive trench on the side of the whole garden, which is going to be an upheaval. So like I'd love to do what you do, Nezzy, and just like pay for the problem to be done quickly. But I think just because of cash flow and how big it's going to be, I'm just going to have to do it in stages. Like one stage, I'll dig the footings, and then the next year or the next summer, I'll be like, right, I'll pay someone to do the brickwork and seal it, and then, you know what I mean? It's just going to be going on from there and there.
You'll be doing this for the rest of your life. You know it. You've got a big house. There's going to be stuff to do just non-stop for the rest of your life.
Yeah. It's just whatever where
the
spotlight.
Bridge, a house like that.
Throw yourself into it.
It's whatever where the spotlight moves, isn't it? It's like because we want to extend the kitchen as well.
If I could give you one piece of advice,
is
space everything out.
Don't
do what we did, because we did everything at once, and then 20 years later, it all needs doing again.
Yeah, so but the problem is when you space everything out, you go on a podcast and people go, "What's taking you so long?"
Yeah, why have you not done anything?
You know what I mean?
What the hell are you playing at?
So still a lot to do. The basement's next. But the basement that I'm gonna that's literally like next week. That's getting done. So
we're having
what's happening to the basement then?
A loft conversion, yeah. That's where I am now.
He's in the loft.
They're starting on ours next week, apparently. Again, the builder. We're supposed to have sorted out so much stuff with the builder, but you'd be like, "Yeah, we'll speak to you on Friday." Then on Friday, we're like, "Yeah, we'll speak to you and start next week."
Builders,
but
builders.
We're having like a dormer on the back and then an additional bedroom put upstairs. So
anyway.
So what's happening just before we move on? What's happening to the basement then?
At the moment,
you mentioned it.
The basement is like he's just sort of bare brick, exposed wires. It's not damp down there.
I don't know whether you showed me your basement.
I keep a lot of dead bodies down there, so I don't know if I wanted to.
That's why I guess that explains it.
But our boiler's down there, and there's nothing else. It's a decent sized room. It's pretty spacious. But there's still a coal chute in there. Do you know what I mean? I want to brick that up and put a window in and get some airflow. Basically, I want to make it into a decent room that one day I could convert to something else, like a playroom or something. But for now, it's just going to be a nice room, carpeted.
Somewhere to lock Rosa when she's naughty.
No, just like somewhere to just put stuff that I don't need. Do you know what I mean? For now, and then eventually, Rosa will say, "Look, Daddy, I want that room." And I was like, "Okay, we'll find a way."
Talking of Rosa, must say a big thanks to Rosa's happy birthday shout out. Yeah. Very impressed with that.
We should say it was your birthday yesterday, Stu.
It was my birthday.
Happy birthday!
It's my birthday.
Was you shocked that I remembered?
No, it probably reminded you on Facebook, to be fair. But I'm not going to be cynical.
I don't.
I think you just
remembered. I remembered.
Yeah, I just think you remembered.
I remembered.
So I appreciate that. And then Duke was hilarious and did the exact thing with the Duchess,
Yeah.
who started beatboxing. It was a beatboxing happy birthday, which I'm very happy with.
Did you have
I
a
thought
good?
They were both
Did you have a good
excellent.
day?
Yeah, we had a lovely day. We went to a new place yesterday. Bit of a the place was nice. Yeah, not so much people.
Okay.
Not so much people.
Right, okay,
Yeah,
fair enough.
not that I'm a
Well,
snob or anything, but
Where was it?
Scally was it?
it was a
Was it
little bit.
Scally?
It was a little bit rough. It was a little bit rough. It was. I'll tell you where it was because we have been there on several occasions. Chinny. It was near Bury. It was near Bury.
Say no more.
We did see lots of teenage couples with babies, and when I say teenage couples, 2 of them looked about 12, which was a bit disconcerting.
Yeah, but is this you being an old man going, they look 12 and they're
Yeah.
actually like 25?
No, they looked
Yeah.
really. You know when someone looks really, really young pushing a pram, and I'm like, ooh.
There's nothing wrong with.
They were a couple. At least they were a couple.
Well, yeah, well,
you know what I mean.
There's nothing wrong with having children young. I wish I was younger when I had Rose.
Yeah.
Christ.
There was
I think that all
lots
the
of
time.
lots and lots of tattoos on show.
That's
There were
okay.
a lot of tattoos.
My brother has lots of tattoos. You
He
discriminate a lot
does,
here.
he does, and I like you, brother. I like you, brother.
You've only got to say, and I hate black people, and then we got. then you.
There were lots of tans, and it wasn't a sunny day.
To be fair, that would put me off, but I'm stuck with Tara now.
But it was a lovely country park. I've never been. I was like, country parks near me. Turned out, it said it were 40 minutes. Took us nearly an hour to get there. Took us nearly an hour, but it was good. It was a nice day, so we did that. Then I made
delayed by
ramen.
18 minutes. It's just like getting older.
You are, yeah.
An hour.
You're getting more moany as the years go on, Stu.
Well, I feel like a day trip has to be less than an hour away. You know what I mean?
Really?
Anything above an hour, it's too
We've
far.
been to Weston-super-Mare, and that's like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Too far for a day.
No,
Too far.
Just
You need
turned
to go
around.
stop
as soon
there
as it
for a
got to an
night.
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our
If it gets
bottleneck.
to an hour, we just come back.
Just wherever you are. You're in the middle of the M5,
yeah.
and you're just like, you know
Just
what?
turn around and come back.
No, our bottleneck is how long we're comfortable with Rosa being in the car for. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's our bottleneck.
Yeah.
But hey ho.
Well, we had a lovely day, and then we had ramen for tea, and that was a faff. Gotta say, ramen's a faff.
How old are you, by the way? I think I know.
53.
53.
I'm 50 bloody
I thought
three.
it was, yeah.
Oh,
I thought.
honestly.
I don't know what I know.
Too old.
Because the only reason I
what
remember is because I bought you that headphone stand, didn't I? For
You
your
did.
50th.
It's still here. Look, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Just prove it. Still
Yeah,
here.
there it is,
Still keep
yes,
me
yeah.
headphones on it. There you go.
Yeah. I didn't buy anything this year.
Yeah, 53. Although last week at work, before I went off for my holidays, there was an agency staff in 4 to a 41. I was happy with that.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, 41? Yeah, take it.
To be fair, you do have amazing hair. Like, to be fair.
Don't
I
encourage.
know. I know. It's pretty impressive,
You
isn't
didn't
it?
let me
You
do
know what I'm
my.
saying?
How long was you in the blinds? Didn't you shoot for? Joke.
Yeah. She had a dog with her, to be fair.
Speaking of
Right.
curtains, to the
Yeah.
end.
I know,
I've cut my hair, by the
Gone
way.
back to the 90s,
Look, I've cut my
back
hair,
to the early
Stu.
2000s.
I've
I
cut
know, I
it.
can see that.
Yeah, I had long
what made
hair,
you do
like
that?
down to here.
It's still longish on top. It's still longish.
No, I had like Jesus hair. This would have been
Yeah,
a
you were
very
getting there again.
hairy podcast if I'd have not cut my
It
hair.
would have been a very hairy podcast.
But no, I've decided to cut it because we're going on holiday soon. So I'm like, I can't be
Oh,
bothered.
need to, keep cool.
Keep
Keep Where are you going?
Just Grand Can. Just Grand Can.
Just Grand Can. Just Grand Can.
Just in a-
All inclusive.
just
You
in
know
a-
what I'm saying?
No, we can't. We don't do all inclusive because it's
Yeah.
not
Because
financial.
you don't drink. You
'cause
don't
it's
drink.
not financially. It doesn't financially work out for me because I don't drink. So what's the
drink?
point?
Yeah.
So we do half board, which is a nice little balance. And I say to Tara,
I like half.
I say to
Can't
Tara,
beat
you're
half.
allowed one cocktail on the whole holiday, and then that's it.
That's it. That's it.
I'm only joking.
Plus, you can stuff your face at breakfast,
Yes.
skip dinner, and then you get your tea.
You can't.
You
Yeah,
just,
you
Or
can't.
you can steal a bit of bread
Yeah,
and a bit of ham.
Tupperware it.
Tupperware it, bracket.
The only holiday I've worked this out right. The only thing that's going to be leisurely about this, because we're going to be taking a 20-month-old baby. The only leisure that we're going to get is the fact that we don't have to cook. That's it.
Yeah.
Like everything else will be just as hard. Do you know what I mean? Everything else will be.
It'd
Oh
be
my
a bit
God.
harder.
Like even if
You've got to take all your shit with you.
yeah, because
That's the
like
thing.
we went to Halfpenny Airport, which is an airport in Wolverhampton, like a small airport, and this is a real airport, right? So but it does small planes and like little. It's not a commercial airport. So,
pilots with goggles on and stuff.
They have like the little single planes, and you can do little flights, and you can do private flights from there and stuff. So we went there because they have like a CAF, and because I wanted to educate Rosa on what planes were. I was like, that's an airplane, so she gets excited about them, and she's very like. She has a great memory, so like she'll remember that she's been there now.
Kids love aeroplanes, to be fair.
Yeah, she did enjoy it. She liked that, and she liked the helicopter, and she liked the dogs, because on the airport, it sounds like I'm making this up, but on the airport, there is a swimming pool for dogs.
What?
Right, there's a swimming pool for dogs.
For dogs?
It's indoors, but it's like a business that runs from the airport, because they have several businesses that run from there, and it's like group dog swim, and you're like, they all meeting every week, just going, you're right, you're right, Henry.
Yeah, my dog would love that, to be fair.
Yeah, so she loved all the dogs there as well.
Do you know why kids love planes? Though?
Video game podcast, yeah, go on.
Because they don't know they might die when they get on one.
No.
So they love them because they don't know. They don't know that they're meant to be scared of like flying, do they? They don't know that they might crash and kill them.
I mean, they are cool to look at, though, aren't they? You know, when you see them going up and down. And stuff.
I've never been bothered.
That's probably more.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's probably more like they're cool to look at.
The only thing I always think is,
I don't think they're thinking, I can't die.
Yeah, no, well, but they don't know, so they're not scared, are they? They're excited about it because they don't know they could die. But I always think this, right? If you're gonna be in a plane crash, at least on the way back, do you know what I mean? Because no, but at least if it's on the way back, you've had your holiday, and you've had your nice holiday. And if you're going to die, at least it's on way back. You know what I mean?
Is that what you'd be thinking if you're spiraling down?
That's the worst thing ever, isn't it?
If you're spiraling down, and you're going...
I'll be like, well, at least I have my holiday.
You just hear him in the back, if it was on the way there, going, oh, they could at least do it on the way back.
Can't believe I didn't have my holiday yet.
Yeah.
And it's more than an hour.
Kay's panicking and go, well, Kay, at least we had our holiday. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Turn it round. It's been an hour.
Yeah. All right, we better talk about bloody games.
Anyway, video games.
Yeah.
So, shall we talk about them? I guess
we should do that. We should do that.
I keep thinking I'm waiting for the jingle, but there ain't a jingle, is there? So I'm going to start because, as you both know, I don't know if
I do know this.
All singing, all dancing, bells and whistles, gaming laptop.
Oh yeah. For you DJing.
From a DJing, but it's kind of isn't. But here's the thing, though. So I thought, I'm going to really test it out, see what it can actually do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what it can pump. What's it pumping?
Mm-hmm.
So I installed Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
And then I fully maxed it out with ray tracing and path tracing on. Right. So like the full Monty, everything.
Right.
I did this with my old PC. And it was fine if there was nothing moving on screen and you were just looking at it like a picture.
Well, like the menu.
No, like in game.
Right.
You could look at it like in game, like a picture, and see all the cool glowing lights and all that, and the reflections and all that kind of stuff. The minute you moved your player, it went like dropped to like 1 frame a second. It was like it could not run. It literally wouldn't run. It did, but it wouldn't. Mm-hmm. So I did more or less the same thing. This thing was smooth. I mean, it was still averaging around 55 frames a second.
How was the fan?
With everything, oh no, it weren't great, man. Christ, I thought the laptop was going to start hovering around the room.
Jesus.
It was blowing that hard, but it looked incredible. I mean, this thing, when it's all maxed out, and what I did the first mission again. So I loaded up one of the very early saves from my original playthrough to test it, and I did like one of the very first missions in this, where you go and see this dude about this. You've been asked by some guy to go and pick up this robot dog thing that's like an attack dog robot thing. Mm-hmm. But he ends up in this massive gunfight where you have to shoot the shit out of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
God, that game's satisfying. I've forgotten how good it is. Yeah. You know, when you start playing something that you've not played for ages, and you just forget. I mean, the gunplay is great. It's so satisfying, and like using all the powers and like tracing stuff and taking over cameras and all that. It's such a great game. Anyone out there who hasn't played Cyberpunk, you've just got to do it. I can't.
I've banned you
and
from
I
doing
know
that, Stu. I've banned
What?
you.
Doing what?
Like, if you haven't
Why?
played it, you should play it. That's not.
Yeah, but
That's not like a good
I get-
podcast phrase.
of course it is. Of course it is. Because, and
You
here's the
haven't
reason
played it,
why.
you should play it.
I have got a reason.
What,
I have got a reason why.
My little, like, I don't know, niece who's 6, she hasn't played it. Should she play
She
it?
should defo play it. Anyone who's
should he
out there.
play it, even though he just got a
Yeah.
new job.
I think the Pope should play it. He's young enough. It's the youngest Pope I've seen in ages. I said to Kay,
You're just
he come out
older.
on his balcony and he didn't actually look like he was about to die, which is a win in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, because normally they're about 90, aren't they, by the time they get onto the
Well,
get to
one
be
of the
the Pope.
popes were like they were Pope for like 20 years or something, weren't they? Pope
Yeah,
Benedict.
we've had a few. John Paul, he was
John Paul,
around
yeah, he
for
was
a while.
around for a long time. Yeah,
Yeah, he was around for quite a while.
he's my childhood pope.
Indeed. But the reason I'm saying all of this is because this game got a really bad rep when it was released.
And rightfully
And
so.
Well, yeah, it was a bit broken.
Very broken.
But it was a bit broken.
Very
Everyone avoided it like the plague. And I reckon a lot of people have probably forgot about it now because it's, it took a long time.
I haven't
to sort
forgot about it
all
because you
out.
bang on about it. all the time.
Exactly, because I
week.
want to keep it in people's consciousness.
I will play it, Stu. I'll probably play it in
Consciousness.
I'll probably play it in 2077.
This is like, right? You would love this game because it's like GTA set in the future. That's what this game is.
No, but I did play it for a bit, and I was like, "This is fine." Like,
I got my new PC at the end of last year.
Yeah, I
so
did hear
what
about that on Joysticks and Chill as well.
So I did the same thing and fired up Cyberpunk and put it onto max setting to see what it looks like because I got 4090 in my in my PC. So I restarted playing it with like a load of mods on it, about 300 mods as well, like that downloaded starter pack. And in fact, I got it working in VR first, and I played it in VR for a bit, but it took me about 2 days to get it working, and then to about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Full of PC gaming.
Yeah, then I came back on the next day, and then it just crashed straight away, and I was like, all right, I'm not doing that. So I just put it back on normal again. But I've been playing it, and it's such a beautiful game. Like on max settings, it is so ridiculously beautiful. Like I don't even run on it. I walk on it because it's just so beautiful to. It really.
Even just like particle effects, like smoke or steam or steam in a light. When steam goes past a light, it just looks incredible. I'm like, I sat and looked at it. I know that's a bit sad, but and you're just like, oh,
it's not a bit sad, Stu.
Gorgeous.
Did you put Did you put like the amount of people that are in the city up?
No, that's the only thing I didn't do because I thought that might be a stretch too far for it.
It makes a huge difference, and on the mods as well. Like the mods affect the crowds, and like on mine now, there's literally just people everywhere. Like it's wild. It looks.
Stu, Sealy in the chat says, "Where did you get the laptop from?"
I got it from Laptops Direct. Is where I got it from, and it said refurbished, but when it came, it looked brand new. But I'm assuming it was a customer return or something like that. But it was well worth it because I got about 500 quid off it. It was about 500 or 600 quid cheaper than new. So yeah, I'm very happy, very happy.
And how long have you had your spanking new PC? Well, 4090 is how long have you had that?
I've had it since September now, so it's quite a while.
Time to upgrade.
I know, yeah.
Well, this is it. I mean, to be fair, this is old now.
Yeah.
All the 50 series now, isn't it? Everything's 50 something.
I definitely spend probably 60 to 70% of my time tinkering and getting things to work over playing things, especially because I have like the driving stuff set up and I use VR a lot. Like just the amount of time I go to put something on and just something doesn't work and I have to just faddy about.
The fun of PC gaming. Yeah, can he beat it, man?
Well, as our guest, Leslie, do you wanna take the next one?
Oh yeah. The thing is, I feel I've started so many games. So many games have come out recently.
Oh, loads, aren't
so many great games have come out. That's the trouble.
Absolutely, games and they're also really long games, like loads of RPGs as well. So I feel like I've started loads of games, but I've not really played very many of them. But I'll speak about Oblivion because that's probably the one that I've played, the Oblivion remake. I played that and I thought, oh, let me just see, because obviously they did the whole shadow drop thing, and so I was like, oh, let's go download it, and I thought, let me just give it a little go. I turned it on, and then like 4 hours later, I was still just playing it, and I was like, oh, in the exact same way, I just fell into the game like I did when I first turned it on.
Yeah, it sucks your life away, doesn't it?
Yeah, like it just does it so well. Even though, like, thinking about it, I don't even know how it does it, because like obviously Skyrim evolved a lot more over that, and you can tell it still is an old game, and like there's not very many NPCs, there's not even very many enemies, but like there was just something just about the, because I'd been playing Avowed as well, and I'd probably done about 3-4 hours on Avowed, and I was really impressed with it. Like it's really polished, it's really good. I know you guys have put loads of time into it. Like it's a really, really good game. But I put Oblivion on and I've not gone back to Avowed, and obviously Avowed does so many things better, but there's just something about Oblivion. First of all, the music, like I didn't even just remember just like how much I just enjoy having like the background music on just in my head. Like it just allows me to just sit and just luxuriate and playing the game just because of the music. And just wandering around, just going to dungeons, and like they're just so big.
I think that's the truth. I think that's what it is, though, because you're walking along and then you see something on your little mini map, don't you, in the distance, and you're like, cave or a dungeon. And the next thing you know, you're just trolling through this huge dungeon, aren't you? Like going through it, and you're just like, and this is interesting. And I think that's what it does. It's constantly pulling you on, isn't it, to look, to explore.
And they're so big. The dungeons are just so big. They just go on and on. And I just have a draw to just find every little last room of every dungeon, and obviously time is very much of the essence at our age now. So in other games, I feel it's been a long time since in a game where I'm just like I'm not thinking about time. I'm just totally thinking about let's explore this thing. Like like I don't mind going back on myself. Some dungeon where I know there's probably going to be nothing in it that's of great importance, but I just want to see what it is before I go out and leave the dungeon. So I've played probably about 9-10 hours of it so far. I've not done much of the main mission, but it's just what scares me is like I have so little time to play games now, and I've obviously recently discovered my great love of Truck Simulated.
Oh yes, I heard about this. Oh
yeah, there we go.
Which obviously takes time, and along with that, I've been doing a bit of racing as well, a bit of sim racing, which I'm absolutely terrible at, and is totally secondary to the truck driving. But obviously, because I've got the cockpit and stuff, I thought I need to do as much with it as possible because it cost a few quid. So time really is of the essence. So like, and so many other great games that have come out was like, do I have the time to spend like the next 3 months just like plundering every single dungeon in Oblivion as much?
I'll tell you what, Nessie, and I hope I don't offend you, but you'd be a great person to scam. Do you know what I mean? Like you just buy everything, don't you? You're like, yeah, that sounds great. I heard you I heard you everything. He's just like, he's like, oh, yeah, I'll buy it. This steering wheel, buy it. I'm like, my God.
I'm not like. I'm a pretty frugal guy normally, but like, and this is the reason I said that I avoided a PC for a long time, because I thought I'll just know that I'm very reactive, so I'll just think. I thought I would always be upgrading my PC. So then when I thought I had some money saved up, and I thought, well, what I'll do, I'll just get top spec PC, because then there won't be anything for me to buy loads of.
Yeah.
But then one time I played Euro Truck Simulator on the Steam Deck, and then I saw a thing about I got a steering wheel, and then I just have not looked back since then. But I have stopped now. I've not done it. I've spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
What radio station do you listen to while you're playing it?
I listen to. Well, I like to, because I was playing American Truck Simulator for a while before I got my Magee box, because I prefer to drive automatic trucks in American Truck Simulator. So for a long time, I was playing American Truck Simulator. So I was actually listening to. There's loads of radio stations on there, and I was listening to like public radio, because obviously, PBS, is it, public radio service that they have in America?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Because obviously there's with everything that's going on in America, and obviously we get a view of the news, and we view certain aspects of American news, but it was really interesting to hear about what was going on like through PBS. and like hearing how people were personally affected to it. So that's what I was listening to for a long, long time when I was playing American Truck Simulator, and just some hip hop stations. It's just some, honestly, I put it on. Like I was playing I was playing Stalker 2 when that come out. Like, I was looking forward to it. It's obviously a mint game, but you've played it. Like I was playing it on this big TV. It looks absolutely amazing, WPC, and like it's great. But I played it for 40 minutes, but it's just stressful.
It was stressful,
like,
yeah.
I'm just like, should I go in there? Should I not go in there? Yeah. Will there be an invisible thing that's going to pull me out? Like, is there nuclear waste there? Like, I was just stressed, and I played it for a while, but I thought, no, it's good. You know, it's what I expect. It's good. And then I thought, I'm going to play some Euro Truck Simulator. And then, like 20 minutes later, I was just driving along with my VR thing, rapping along to 21 Seconds to Go, just like in my little room here, just music blasting, just having the absolute time of my life. I was just like, I just find it so good.
Nezzy, you'd be fuming, right? On you mentioned So Solid Crew there, right? I sometimes have to share a car with a Gen Z, right? And when we had to film at Aston Villa football ground on Friday, and he's made it very, very public information that anytime I play any garage or anything like that, he's like, he can't believe this is real music. He cannot believe it.
What does he say?
He's like, this is awful, right? This is, and a little bit of luck, you know that song, a little bit of luck, we are make it through. Like I play that, and he's like,
absolute tune.
He's like, this is awful, like it's awful. And I play like Battle by Wookiee and all this, and I play 21 Seconds, nothing. Like you just like, this is the worst. It's like I'm playing country music to him. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if my dad played country music to me when I was a kid, it's like that to him. He's like, this is just terrible.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Taste change. I'm a hip hop guy, and like even with like my young nephews who are like they're 20 now, so they're what 20 years younger than me. Like I play like some Big L or something, like some I consider to be real good hip hop, and like and they go, does this sound old to you? And it's like, it just sounds so old. It's like I listen to like what they listen to, and it's just
you think about it. To them, it sounds like what the Beatles sound to us.
Yeah, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, but the Beatles are classic.
No, I know. But to me, who I'm 40, well, soon to be 40, the Beatles sound old. You know, they sound like an old band, and then or like Elvis or something. But they listen to LL Cool J, and they go, "Oh my god, to them that sounds like Elvis or Kanye."
What the hell is this?
Or good Kanye era, Kanye era, and they think it's old.
Like the 90s, like what the 60s were when I was a teenager in the 90s,
and
that's just crazy.
It's crazy. It's
to me, that's like a different world.
Yeah, everything was black and white in the 60s anyway. That was widely known. So what was the 60s like, Stu?
Don't know. Couldn't say.
Bopping with that same great hair through the 60s. That's the only thing that's not changed for all these decades.
I'd have been fine.
Tell you what. Did they have hair dye in the 60s as well? Did they?
This is now.
Did they have hair dye in the 60s? Did they, Stu?
Oblivion. I was talking about Oblivion, wasn't I?
I've got American Truck Simulator.
Yeah, Oblivion.
What I've noticed about
let's talk about Truck Simulator. I prefer to talk about that.
What I've noticed, Nessie, is like as we get older, we are all selecting the more comfy slipper video games. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
As when we're in our 20s and maybe early 30s, we do the scary stuff, we do the online stuff. But now, and I see this in Stu, I see this in Duke and me, and yourself now, like and Bongo. Bongo, he just plays like the game that he knows.
Racing games, doesn't he? Racing.
And more often, we're just playing those sort of, this is more comfortable to me. Stu, you know those sort of narrative like games where you're just playing those because like, I know what I've got to do here. There's no new systems.
No stress. I don't want stress.
So it's
you want to prove yourself when you're young, don't you? You want to prove yourself against challenges. When you get old, you're just like, I've got too many challenges already. Like I'm just happy to.
No, I did. Well, about 3-4 months ago, I was playing COD just to see if I still got it, and I did. So I'm all right for a bit.
That made you happy.
I'm all right. I've still got it. I'm all right. I can still play it. But I couldn't think of anything worse than playing this game. to be honest.
Now I've got like a motion platform.
Wow.
I've got like a truck steering wheel. I've got like a real good base where I can really feel everything. Like I can feel my truck idling and everything. I can feel like my gear changes. It was my birthday 2 weeks ago, so I got like the last bit I kind of needed was a gearbox, and they did announce like a new £500 gearbox that does all this amazing stuff. And I was like, my brain just started going, yeah. Well, I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So I got one. One I got is like 100 quid that I got from the birthday.
Okay.
But like, so I got that, and then I got like a special truck knob to put on top of it that allows you to change between all your 18 gears.
Class.
And now, like literally, and I play it with my VR. I get in it, and it's taken me months to get to this point, but I can get it on and working within about 2 minutes now. And it was about 20 minutes, but I've got it on. I can just throw it on. It works. I've been tweaking with my settings, and I mean like watching hours and hours of videos, like opening config files, like things I need to do in Steam VR, thing I need to do in the game files just to get things working perfectly. So now it looks as good as it's going to look. So I can just put it on, go in, and I've got all of the maps for Europe. I can drive all over Europe. There's just so much to say and do. I just love it. I go pick a load up somewhere, drive across 2 countries for an hour or so, listen to some music or listen to a podcast, and I just absolutely love doing it. I don't know.
Just become an HGV driver.
I know. Yeah, I did look at it, but
did look at it.
Wow.
Yeah, I did look at it. Yeah, but I absolutely love it, and I've been doing some racing as well. In fact, Bongo has like an open thing on a Sunday, like an open race. So after, as I just got my steering wheel, I was like, "Oh, I'll join you." I tried to join him, and I couldn't. I wasn't even barely set up in the game, so I couldn't even do the race. Yeah. And then when I finally got set up, I realized I'm the worst driver in the world. Like I really am, absolutely terrible. So.
Yeah, I mean he's on it pretty much every day as well. So.
Yeah, he is.
So it was not the right place for me
to the truck. Stick to the truck.
I had to go because I went. I had to work in Belfast, and I popped round to see Robin. I had to go on it. On his setup, and it's impressive. You know what I mean? It's impressive, but like I am so awful at it. Like just terrible at driving like simulator games. I've never been into them. But hey, each their own.
Hey.
Well, thanks, Nizzy.
Anyway, Mike, what have you been up to?
Well, let's talk Blueprints.
Yeah, let's talk that because I haven't played any of this week. I haven't played hardly anything, to be fair.
Are you aware of this game, Nezzy? You know what's
I've heard lots of people talk about it on podcasts. That's it. And it sounds like my worst nightmare, I feel.
Yeah, it is. It's everybody's worst nightmare because the game's awful. But the aim of the game is to get to the room 46, and you go in and you spawn. It's a roguelike, so every door you go, it gives you 3 options for rooms, and then you choose a room, and each room has a thing about it. It might give you a key, it might give you a diamond, it might give you coins, it might have a locked door, it might have a puzzle in there, and it's different every time. I was on day 31 the last time we talked about this, Stu. Do you remember
correct.
that? And
you
were like,
you said you were done.
I said I was done the week before when I was on day 4.
You did.
Next week, I hit Stu with the news that I was on day 31, and I fucking hate this game. And said you were done. And I said I was done. Yeah. I gave it another little go. Guess what? On day 32, I fucking did it.
Did you? So literally one more go.
I couldn't believe, because I play this game while watching the snooker. Right, that's what I do. Right, so
what do you play it on?
The Xbox Series X.
Okay.
So I put this on. You don't really need to hear the game. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty silent. So I watch the snooker. I'm watching the snooker, and I'm playing Blueprints. And this is my first go, and I'm going, and I've opened the right door on the antechamber. You know, the room at the top, Stu. You know that it's got 3. Yeah. Basically, the room at the top, Nizzy. It's got 3 locked doors, and you've got to do a thing to open.
Don't tell me, because obviously I ain't got that.
It's hard to open them, basically, and you've got to have the right run. You've got to have a bit of luck and all this sort of stuff. And I was like, did this game hear me talk on the podcast or something? Like everything is fucking happening, right? And I got the thing to open the thing, and I was like, I need. Even when you get there, Stu, you need a room that has a door that goes that way. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
drafted, haven't you? Yeah.
Okay, and I was getting close, and you know what? I fucking hate this game, right? But this game is responsible for one of the most tense moments I've ever had in a video game.
Really?
Because as I'm getting closer to the room 46, I'm like, oh, because I'm working out how many steps and I'm counting steps. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do it. And then I find another way to get a few steps. And I'm like, oh, I do this. I get there, I spawn the right room. And then a minor spoiler, when you do get to that room, there is something else that you've got to do to get to the end credits, right?
The room, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I haven't got enough steps. And then I go and I find out there's a room. I don't know if you've got this room, Stu, but there's a room basically with a big meal in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a different meal every day.
Yeah.
So it
food
does different things.
gives you more steps, and you have a limited number of steps each time you walk into a room. Nezzy, you use a step, so that's your currency, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I accidentally wander in that room. I'm like, oh, of course, I've got like 20 extra steps, right? And I'm tense, and I'm like nervous,
sweaty,
and then I found out the thing that I've got to do to get the thing, and then I'm in the last bit of the thing, but then there's another puzzle for that, and I'm like, how the fuck? And then I find out that I've got to do something else, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not gonna do it. And then I did it. I found the thing, I did the thing, and I did it. And then the ending wasn't worth it, but I did it, right? The ending was fine. But
sometimes it's about the journey, though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, as Miley Cyrus said, "Isn't that the journey?" Anyways, whatever she said. The thrill of trying to finish it, the thrill of like being on a run that you think, "Oh my god, it's all coming
everything's
together.
Falling into place."
Unbelievable, right? And then I found out when you finish it, there's loads more shit to do. And I was like, no, I'm done. I've seen credits. I am done.
Yeah, you're done.
I am not doing any of this extra shit. As much as I thought that the game was I cannot do anymore. Like, it is just exhausting. And my only critique of the game, or criticism of the game, is you do have to rely on luck. And for some reason, that run, I just had everything. Maybe the game decides, is like, I'm going to give it to him this run. I'm just going to let him have it. Because everything happened that I needed to happen. And it was almost like ridiculous how convenient it was all getting. So the thrill, that moment when I thought, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it this run. I can't describe a feeling like that ever, where I've ever had that in a video game before, where it's all coming together. And this thing that you've worked towards, and you've really put your heart and soul, like, finally, it clicks. Do you know what I mean? It's like like winning at a sport or something. You're like, oh my god, I finally got it. It's crazy feeling that I felt when winning it. But I'm done. I'm not doing any of the extra weird shit you've got to do. Nah.
Do you get why everyone's raving about?
Of course. I mean, I hate it, but of course, yeah. Like the game's annoying, but
Everyone ever talking about it either loves it or hates it, but even the people that hate it carried on playing it. I've said I'm not going to play it again, and then carried on playing it anyway.
Don't trust what I say, right? I might play it, but
really passionate about it.
What I tend to do, and I've already done this, is I've looked on YouTube at some of the things that I haven't done, and I've declared to myself, I'm good, I'm fine. I don't need. I'm fine.
You're fine.
Because
say again.
How many hours have you done?
It's a good question. I don't. I'll find out on my phone because
it's going to be a lot because from what I know, even in the when you get to about day 8, 9, and 10ish, runs start to last around an hour. You know what I mean? Those runs can start lasting quite a while.
Yeah. I mean, at first your runs are like.
It's like short.
5 minutes, 10 minutes,
really
and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm doing 25 minutes a run and all.
Yeah, 30 minutes, and then suddenly it's 45 minutes, and suddenly it's an hour.
Yeah, I think that last run I did was about 2 hours. Do you know what I mean? It was like it just went on forever because there was one puzzle towards the end that you wouldn't have been in this room, Stu, because it's a very different room.
No, I was.
And I was like, how do I do it? Like, what am I doing? And then I realised that I was doing something wrong. So, yeah, I'm trying to find out, but yeah, crazy.
It'll be a while.
Crazy feeling while playing this game.
While you're trying to find out, I'm going to talk a little bit about South of Midnight.
Oh,
because I think, and I can't remember. I've not got around to installing Discord. Oh, in fact, I can look on my phone. Why am I doing that? I can look on my phone. I've got it on there. Just hold up.
Oh, I think
hold your Aussies.
I might have found how long I've played it.
Go on.
I have played Blueprints for 15 hours exactly. It says.
Okay, that's all right.
It's not too bad. But when it's a game that's basically walking around a bunch of rooms, and the same rooms over and over and over, you know what I mean? It's like, and now and again you'll get a room that you've never seen before. It's a long time. It's a long time.
What made you want to play it?
I think I heard a few people talk about it, and I'm trying this year very, very hard to play more current games. Yeah. It's not going well because all I've played is Avowed and Blueprints, but I needed a break from Avowed, and it was just, I suppose it was just so different, and it was really dividing people. Do you know what I mean? And it was like people were describing it as it's something that they've never seen before. I just wanted to know what it looked like, so I googled it, and I was like, okay, so that's what it looks like, and okay, I'll give it a go. I think we tried it for a Play My Game, bitch, didn't it?
We did. We did it as a Play My Game,
and that hooked me. I thought,
and you said you were done.
I thought I was never going to play it after that, and then here I am, still talking about it.
Here you are. Yeah, so I don't know whether I'm thanking him because I'm giving this a go, but Pythagoras Gamer pointed out on the Discord that South of Midnight you can skip all the combat.
Can you?
So you don't actually have to do it. You can just skip it. Skip that. You can skip boss fights. You can just skip it all.
Wow.
So I was like, well, I did say that I wanted to.
You said your only problem with this game is the combat. Yeah.
So that's what I did. So I went into the settings. You can just turn it off. You can just turn the combat off. And then when you get to a fight, you still get to it.
Yeah.
And then there's just a skip button. You just press the button and you skip the whole combat. That's it. Job done.
Right.
So I was like, right, well, I'm going to play it like this for a bit. And it's all right so far.
So you're just playing the bits where you walk, you platform, and then the cutscenes.
So yeah. So you do all the platforming, all the cutscenes, and the chase scenes. So when you get to a bit where you have to solve someone's story and you get chased by something,
right.
So you still do that, but you just skip all the combat. So there's no combat to do.
Mm.
And I'm like, I'm all right with this. So that's what I'm doing.
Was it always released with that on there, or is that come as?
I assume so. I'm not.
Yeah,
but I'll be honest. To find it, it wouldn't be that obvious because you go into settings and options or whatever, and it's right near the bottom of the settings for gameplay.
I think what it is this current trend of like there aren't many mediums, there aren't many movies, books, and stuff where if you can understand the language of the film or the book, there is nothing stopping you from just getting through it. Whereas in a video game, you can be blocked because you're not good enough.
Yeah.
To play, which obviously usually solved by easy, normal, and hard. But like Stu, you just didn't want to do it. You hated the combat. So
I could do it. I never couldn't do it, and I didn't find it that sort of difficult.
No, but you just didn't want to do it, is what I said.
But it's just boring. I'm just like, I can't be bothered spending 20 minutes fighting stuff the same over and over again. So I just didn't like it. But I am old. It is true.
It does fit that stereotype that we were talking about, where like we just want an easy time.
I just want the story.
Nezzy just wants to drive his truck.
I just want a bit of story.
Yeah.
But I don't mind combat if it's interesting. It's just not very good. And maybe they realise that they're like, well, people figure it's a bit boring. You can just skip it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm
But
skipping it.
You've always been able to. Well, most games you can skip cutscenes.
Yeah, but you've not. Very rarely you can skip combat.
Yeah, I mean, in Mario games, in
Very
the 2D Mario games, they introduced skipping. You could just skip this bit if you can't do it. So.
Yeah. So I'm going to give it a go. I haven't played a lot of it because, again, I've been away most of the week, so I haven't really played a lot of video games. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a blast like this, and I'm assuming it'll take a lot less time to finish because, again, week. So assuming it well. So I'll get through it. But yeah, enjoying it. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the voice. I love everything about it apart from the combat. So let's see how it goes. So back to you, Nezzy.
I have been playing a game on my Steam Deck, and that game is Final Fantasy VIII.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Bugger 7 that everyone raves on about. I'm going 8.
Well,
a lot of people like this one, don't
they?
No idea.
My history of the Final Fantasies was that my friend had Final Fantasy VII, and I played like a lot of it at his house.
Okay.
But I never had it myself. And then I had a chipped PlayStation, and I got a copy of Final Fantasy VIII, which was on 4 discs at the time.
Sick.
Which is why, because I've seen now I've downloaded it on my Steam Deck, and it's like 1.4 gig. At the time, it was on 4 discs.
Yeah, man.
And I played it on the PS1 and just absolutely loved it. And I don't think I used to be very good when I was young at like completing games or long or hard games. So I was this is a game that I actually managed to like really get into and do hours and hours and hours in. But as I was playing through it, obviously you get to the stage where it says, "Oh, put in the new disc." I got to the point where it got to the 4th disc and it would just crash. But the version of the game that I got was the Japanese version. Now everything was in English, but it was a Japanese version of the game,
right?
Which meant that I couldn't just get a normal version and use a save game on it, and I just couldn't get another chipped Japanese copy of it. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to just abandon the game.
Yeah.
Yes,
it gave up.
But I've always had very fond memories of it, and I've meant to go back to it for quite a long time.
Always had that lingering feeling.
Yeah, and I've got close to it. I've downloaded it on the Xbox One, I'm sure, but didn't play it. And I've had it on my Steam Deck to play for a while, but for some reason I just started it this week. And I've done about 4 hours on it so far. And it's really good. Like, I don't know if it's just nostalgia again, but the music is great, and like I think, oh, you go, there's a little video, and I don't. To me, the game like looks good, but I think it looks good because it's just filling the memory like that I have of it, if you know what I mean. And at the time,
I don't want to piss on your bonfire, Nezzy, but I was just about to say it looks like dog shit.
But I guess for what it is, I'm impressed with it because it's got like it's the cutscenes. I feel at that time, the PS1 time, is where like those pre-rendered cutscenes.
Oh yeah, they were pretty at the time. I remember them being pretty at the time. Yeah,
were first to think. Yeah, and obviously this game has those in abundance, and I think it's where I kind of first saw them. Final Fantasy VII had them as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
So the cutscenes in this, I think it's probably rather than it looking good, I think it's the world building that I really like in Final Fantasy, and I think maybe it's because it's going back to one of the first computer game worlds that I kind of fell in love with. I think that's why I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
But I enjoy the turn-based combat. Like, I think I don't play with it as much as I'd like to, but I really enjoy that as a way of fighting. I enjoy like the you know, like when a battle is not going so well and you manage to just turn the tide, and when you get like into a real good rhythm, you know, you understand using all your items, using your buffs, and you know things are good, and your team works well. I think this game does a really great job of that, and it has those I can't remember what they're called, those GS, those big. I think that's like those big monsters thing that you can summon. So yeah, I've done about 4 hours on it, and again, I just found myself just sat down on my Steam Deck, just playing it, and then like an hour later, I'm still playing it and
Still
just really
playing.
enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I just really, I really enjoy playing games that I've already played now a lot more than I enjoy playing new games. But I still want to play new games. But I think this year is the first time I've kind of like just finally given up. You know, like the Assassin's Creed have come out that I've not played. Like Far Cry 6, I never played. You know, I played all the other ones. There's just so much now.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think you've given up on playing new stuff?
It's just like I went back to listening to some of your first episodes a few weeks ago, and what you can like, you guys would play every game that was coming out. Like you knew there's like 8 games that were coming out, and everyone knew what they were, and everyone played them. Now there's just so many games that constantly come out.
Yeah.
So it's the mix of like,
and not only that. Sorry to cut you off, but not only that, but games that you knew were coming, right?
Yeah.
Whereas now, one of the biggest games in gaming at the moment is a game that 3 weeks ago, like I didn't know anything about it. Apparently there were previews of it and stuff, but no one was talking about it. No one was talking in January like, I am so ready for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Like, put that on the list. Maybe the odd person was, but there wasn't many.
Well, even
people.
Blueprints to a certain extent. I mean,
Clair Obscur, Clair Obscur has now reached 2 million sold for 30 people that just abandoned Ubisoft and said, "Fuck them, we're going to make our own game," and now it's one of the biggest games. And we didn't know about it. Whereas I think what you were saying is, back when we started this podcast in 2008 and 9 and 10 and onwards, like, there was the 4 or 5 big games, and then maybe another game would like take you by surprise or something. But you knew what was coming, and we played every big game. But it's just difficult now.
Yeah, and they're just and obviously the time, I get like 1, 2, maybe like an hour or 2 or something of gaming time a day, and that's at the expense of like spending time with my wife, basically. So I can't do it every night. So like, if a game is great but it's 70 hours, it's taking up weeks and weeks.
Yeah, it's tough.
So it's
this is the trouble. I said the other week, last week, and it's still the problem is that it's got 4 games at the moment, which I really like all of them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm a bit bored of this now, or I don't know whether I can be bothered playing.
So what are those games, Stu? Just give me those games.
So those games are Blueprints, South of Midnight, obviously Oblivion remake, and then you can add Clair Obscur to that list of great games.
So
at the moment,
how many of those games did you know about at the start of the year?
I didn't know about Blueprints, didn't know about Clair Obscur, obviously. I had no idea, never heard of that.
Atomfall as well.
And Atomfall, that's the other one that I'm so close to finishing. So I'm loving that too.
It's just
there's just too many great
Oblivion,
games.
like no one knew that was coming. Well, I think
Atomfall
there was rumors,
I knew all about.
Yeah.
Atomfall I knew all about because I've been watching that for a couple of years. But the rest,
South of Midnight, I think I've seen it on one of their press release things or live.
Yeah, but didn't know a lot about it.
Didn't know a lot about it. It just never stops.
So it's just no, but in the past couple of years, I don't think we've had the same quality. The same caliber of like really good games coming out.
I think 2023 was a good year. There was some good stuff in 2023. Yeah.
I should rephrase that. Maybe that I'm interested in. Maybe I don't know.
Well, when was the last time you sat down at your computer and thought, I don't have anything to play?
1994, I think it was.
Ever. And I tried to, because it stresses me out after a while. Like, even now, I come down here and go like, should I play American Truck Simulator? I've got these games to play.
I know,
and I just don't know what to do. And
and the weather's nice, so you're like, should I just go out for a walk? Make most of the nice weather.
Yeah.
Oh, summer's a nightmare, isn't it?
I try to think of it a bit differently, to think like I enjoy playing computer games. So as long as I have a computer game to play in the time that I want to relax and play computer games, it shouldn't matter that there's another 100 that I want to play. I should just be able to sit down. And it doesn't matter what I'm playing as long as I'm sitting down and enjoying it. And I try and think of it like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that. As we've touched on Clair Obscur, shall we talk about that?
Was you done with Final Fantasy VIII?
Yes, it's good. I'm going to carry on playing it.
Good.
Yes.
Excellent.
So we're talking of a turn-based combat style.
Can I start this conversation, Stu, about Clair Obscur Expedition 33? Because I've got something that I want to say, right? About this bloody game.
Bloody game.
All right. This game contains a lot of things that I hate.
It does. It certainly does.
Let me give you examples.
Long cutscenes.
Let me give you examples. Long cutscenes.
Oh yes.
JRPG silliness. I know it's not a JRPG. Yeah. I know it's a JRPG, but it's a JRPG, right?
It is.
Cheesy music, bad dialogue, right? Turn-based combat, and this is the clincher, the French, right? Hate, right? But I fucking I fucking love this game, Stu.
Oh yeah, but I was just about to say, I don't know whether I can agree with the bad dialogue. I think the dialogue's pretty good, and the voice acting's pretty impressive. I think both of those things are top draw. You know what I mean?
I think that some of the dialogue is a bit cheesy, but it's not. It's weird because everything is there that I hate, but it's not there in excess. It's there just enough for me to go, okay, it's there, and then we move on.
Yeah.
But it's like the combat, turn-based combat, not a fan. This combat, amazing. It looks great.
It is great.
It's very active. You know what I mean? Because you can dodge and you can parry and you can combine certain things to certain things. Blown away. The story, by the way, I thought was really interesting.
Yeah,
really interesting. Like,
can I just say, when you get to when you start the expedition, it gave me like Saving Private Ryan vibes.
There you go.
You know that cutscene, I was just like, fuck me, this is brutal. I was just like, what the hell is going on?
The first hour and a bit really is just story. So how did you feel about that, Chili? Because it was just, I thought it was really great. I was watching it like a film. I thought it was really great.
I didn't start the expedition, so I played it up to just before you do that, right?
Oh, you haven't even started the expedition yet?
No. Because I haven't got a lot of time. So the main character, Mickey Barnes. Oh, sorry, not Mickey Barnes. Mickey Barnes is the character from Mickey 17, played by Robert Pattinson, who this person clearly is. The main character, he's like floating about doing stuff. The whole look, Stu, you know me. When I was watching Mickey Barnes or Bruce Wayne or Neil from the film Tenet, yes, I've got the list of Arpat's name of characters in different films ready. That's right. When he lost his little love interest, right? I very rarely feel emotion. I haven't felt an emotion since 2005, right? And I didn't cry because I'm a man, and like a man, I suppress all my feelings and wait till I'm like 65 and they all come out and I get an AK and all that sort of stuff. But I was like, this is quite sad.
Yeah,
a normal person would feel sad now.
Yeah.
I was totally emotionally involved in the first hour and a half.
I mean, trust me, it gets better.
A bit of me feels very sorry for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was very impressed by I think I said this last week. The only thing that annoyed me was that I paid for a haircut and all she did was tie my hair back, and I was very pissed off about that.
Yeah.
Very pissed off.
Can I just say, I don't know whether you ever played this back in the day, Nezzy, but Eternal Sonata, do you remember that game?
I've never played it, no.
Never played Eternal Sonata. Mm-hmm. The combat in this is very similar to that. Yeah. So that was active combat.
I played that a little bit, and that had lots of JRPG silliness.
Oh yeah, of course it did. It was a JRPG ultimately, but what I'm saying is the combat was very similar. It was a similar style of this combat that has actions within the combat, so it's not fully, you can affect what's going on whilst you're doing it. I love this game. I think it looks amazing. I think the character models are brilliant. You know, when
Yeah,
they're
looks
showing
great.
expressions and stuff, looks amazing.
This is the people that made this as well. They're a young team, very young.
Yeah, you
right?
can tell.
And they left Ubisoft or got sacked. I don't know the full story, but I think it's been on record to say that they didn't bother pitching this game because they knew that it wouldn't get accepted.
You know what though? Thank God that
Ubisoft must be
something good came out
kicking
of it.
themselves right now.
Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
Well, they're taking that risk. Not prepared to do it, are they?
No,
they want the
they just
usual
want franchises.
same old.
They just want
Yeah.
franchises.
Yeah,
It looks,
live service.
It looks amazing, but I like the fact that it feels like a computer game. Even like the way the character models move and stuff, like it feels computer gamey. So it's like
I like this when you
play,
drop off a ledge, like you do a forward roll, just little touches like that. Just a bit roll.
How are you guys at the blocking and the parrying?
Yeah,
not very good.
No, I know, because a lot of it is reading. It's very Dark Souls, isn't it? Where you got to read the enemy's movements and stuff. No, I didn't mind that. I feel like I've never really played a Dark Souls game, but I got an itch of that when I was trying to 100% God of War Ragnarok. Yeah. And once you learn what they're gonna do, you zig when they zag and all that sort of stuff. No, I didn't mind it. I was getting into it.
I feel like I either go a fraction too soon or a fraction too late. And I'm just like, for God's sake, I just can't get it smack bang on the timing yet. But I think that'll come. You know what I mean? That will come with just doing it, won't it? You know, keep fighting over and over, and eventually you get better at it. I mean, Nezzy, coming from Final Fantasy VIII, which obviously is a similar style of game, to a more modern version of that. How did that compare then? How did you feel about that?
I think this is definitely like obviously a more active version of it, and I feel it does because you get like points to do certain attacks from hitting, for example. So it's like you don't have like magic points, do you, that run out?
I think you do, don't you? You sort of have like little.
Yeah. You build those up with normal attacks, and then you use them on your specials, don't you? So that's what you do.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And then there's another layer on that as well, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah. And I feel like Final Fantasy, there's more like forward planning about how. I spent a lot more time in the menus, like setting up. You can basically tell the menus are like 20 years old. You can definitely tell that we have a more slicker version of a JRPG in that turn-based fighting. But they're both fun. I've really enjoyed like this. You know, even just like the fact that you can fire and aim.
Like
a bow. You know, that adds another element of like thinking on your feet and having to, having to do something like in a live action way. But I've really enjoyed it so far.
No, and there's like a certain like. Oh, by the way, I said this last week. I still stand by it. The kids, awful. Kill them all. Like I wish.
Well, you don't.
Terrible.
To be fair, they're not there once you get into the main game.
Don't care, Stu. I wish there was a little option where I could turn base them.
Yeah.
All right, and just
or at least ways they haven't been so far. Maybe they come into it later.
Maybe they come back as demons because that's what they are, Stu. Okay. But there's a certain like. And I again, it's a wild story. It's mental, right? And on paper, like I'd be like, yeah, that sounds like a JRPG. I have no interest in that. That sounds stupid. But when I played it, I was like, man, because the goal, and I always think a lot of video games have this problem. The goal of what you're trying to beat and defeat is right there. You know, you can see her. Like she's scrubbing out the numbers, and that idea of like every year. This world just gets more and more desperate. Do you know what I mean? They're just desperate to like, how are they going to beat it? And then what happens when it's like 10? Is it just a bunch of 9-year-olds just running around? Like, how are they going to feed themselves, the little blighters? So it just raises a bunch of questions. Really interesting story. And there's this sense of like, everything's fucked, but we've got a little bit of hope. But like, what chance do we have? Yeah, really cool, really interesting.
I feel
it really goes into that, doesn't it?
they don't really explain. I feel the way that they explain things is very much intertwined with
Oh yeah,
what's going
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the story, rather than
Yeah.
do that. That thing where they go, where they just kind of explain something in a weird
Here is
way.
what's happening.
Yeah,
The ceremony where none of that. It was just
no,
it's happening. We all know what it is, and you've just got to learn it as you go.
yeah, and like the emotional things happening, and then you like, oh my god, is that what that you find out? You get a sense of what's going on, like
They all get
through
Thanos snapped.
yeah, it's but yeah, it's really
Really
it's
cool.
it's a really really good story, like a really good story.
Yeah.
Well, colour me interested. I am
quite unique as well.
Yeah.
When we see so many, I can't remember what happened. Beginning stories in video games these days. I think it's great
you said
to have
last
something
week,
that's
Stu,
way more unique.
I think you said last week, very briefly when we talked about it, you said you thought the start was a bit boring.
Yeah, they do a little bit. I didn't
So
get.
what's changed?
You see, I'm usually the emotional one on this show.
Yeah.
But I think the problem was, I'm going to be totally honest here. When I and I nearly started it again.
Have you read some reviews and people say I like it and you like it?
No.
Have you
when
been
I was
swayed?
playing it, when I was playing it for the first time, I was a little bit sleepy and I kept dropping off.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think that helped really because I wasn't fully alert when I was playing it. And
did you start it again then?
I restarted.
I nearly did, but I thought I can't see the point. I was literally about, I got to the point where I was about to start the expedition, and I'm like, but then it completely made up for it. Once I started the expedition, I was like, what the hell?
I did the same when I restarted it.
Yeah.
There was there was like a tiny little point like in the story that was just like a little side story, but I thought it was like it raised such an interesting theory. Is that like it happens in the first half an hour, so it's not really spoilers. Like she talks to a girl who must have been the same age as her because she's also got the roses with her, so she's due to get up. And they seem to know each other. And the girl had a daughter, and the main character's girlfriend doesn't have a child, and like so she says. So the other character, not the main character, the one with the child, was saying, it's a selfish thing to do. Like, how could you do that?
To have a child?
Yeah. How could you not have a child? Because we need to carry on. We need to.
But then you
procreate.
Then you do the maths, and you're like, well, by the time they're like 11, they could possibly like be like Thanos snapped and turn into roses.
So her view was that the right thing to do morally was to have children to give the best chance to their society. But she was like, but I don't want to have a child in this totally terrifying and broken world. And I thought it was just like an interesting little thing that they introduced to it.
Yeah. I wish my main criticism is how they die and they fade away beautifully with rose petals and they drift away. I wish they just splat. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, look, in fact, look at it, watch it again on YouTube, because when I was watching that scene, I felt the same thing. And it is mostly petals, but then there is this like weird black liquid, and there actually is. And at one point, it looks like he's going to touch him. And I just thought, if it was me, you'd be like, oh,
but I just want them all to just go. You know what I mean? Like, just. I think that'd be so much better. But apart from that, tip-top game.
Yeah,
it is. It is quality.
It's going to be a game of the year contender, isn't it? You can tell.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought the music
when the hell
was
am I
good,
going to play it?
Oh yeah, the music is good, and I've seen on Tick and Talk that there's a live performance of it now. They've done like a live gig of it.
They do milk it a bit though, like it's good, but then they just overdo it a little bit sometimes. And some of the saying they get looped, some like operatic singing.
It's only a small team. Probably cost them a lot of money. They're going to get some mileage out of it.
Do you know what though? It goes to show you it doesn't matter how big the team is. You can still produce these amazing games.
What it actually shows you is that a lot of these AAA, quadruple A developers are caught up in so much red tape and bollocks. That 30 people made this game, and it's AAA level. It's
infinitely
sold 2
better
million.
than anything
It's
else,
a new franchise. It shows you that these big publishers don't know dick, and I'm hoping that this will start a revolution of new shit being made. Not by the big guys, not by EA and Ubisoft, because they're always going to be scared, but like more and more developers who are brave enough do this stuff, and not all of them will succeed. But man, this is a wake-up call.
Do you know what else this shows as well? It like this came the same week as the Shadow Drop to Oblivion, right? Which everyone were losing their shit over.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. Doesn't matter. This thing's still going gangbusters, regardless.
Yeah. Just it shows you. It shows you that quality will rule. I mean,
yeah. Well,
I looked at their website, and they're so young. The people they're all younger than me. Like I it's mad respect to them. Like they're all so like.
Yeah.
There's probably like one or two that may be a bit older than me, but they're it's just a young, hungry.
Well, that's where innovation
talent,
comes from, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Just pure.
Because they're not doing the status quo, are they? They're not like wanting to do the same things.
Yeah.
Right. At that point, we do need to get on to emails because we've got a lot. We have got a lot of emails to go through.
That's fine.
So I'm going to start with we've got 3 quizzes as well, but we might have to save one. David, we might have to save one until Duke comes back next week because it's a sound clip quiz.
Yeah.
But we will get to that, so don't worry, we'll get to that. Okay, so we're going to start off with... Here we go. Oh, God, that's another quiz. We've got a lot of quizzes. Okay, we'll start off with this one. Here we go. Mindy Hannah-Jones and the Last Achievement. This is from Alex, who wasn't happy with Indiana Jones, as you might have guessed.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, not happy at all with that game. Hated it, in fact. Hated it, but finished it and did all the achievements. So anyway, he says, just a quick update. I emailed in last week, which is now 2 weeks ago, and told you that there was a bugged achievement. Do you remember this?
Yes. It was
it
about collecting the books, wasn't it? Yeah.
And they added 2 new books in an update, and obviously as a result, his achievement didn't pop.
Gotcha.
Bethesda released a 2 GB update. I loaded up the game, and as soon as it loaded into the game, the achievement popped up, and I didn't need to pick up those 2 new books.
Hey.
Very happy now that I have uninstalled it off my Xbox. Thank you for reading, Alex. So there you go.
Hey.
So Alex is happy now. He's got all the achievements. Don't have to worry anymore.
There we go.
Good stuff. Oh my God, Alex. Alex has sent us a quiz as well, so we'll come back to that in a second.
What, 5 quizzes?
We've got a lot of quizzes.
We need an episode of quizzes. We just need a whole episode.
Well, it's going to be an episode of quizzes.
Yeah.
So this one's from Kyle, who hasn't emailed in for a while. Kyle. But he says this. The PS Portal. What up, MFVGs?
Hello.
What up? Hello. First, congrats on the 800 episode milestone.
Yeah.
I was disappointed when hearing about the PS...
Well done, Nezzy, by doing 800 episodes, by the way.
You know me, dedicated podcaster.
You are dedicated, yeah.
I was disappointed when hearing about the PS Portal release because it required a PS5 and a decent Wi-Fi connection to play the latest handheld option from Sony. Finally, I have less time to play the PS5 because it's all set up in the living room. I started to make use of PS Remote Play through my laptop or tablet. After keeping an eye and seeing great reviews on the Reddit sub, I finally decided to take the plunge. Yeah, a lot of people I've been hearing lately are using the Steam Deck as a portal, if you will. So they're doing the same.
What's wrong with the Portal? Like, he says he needs a PS5 and a decent... Does he not have a PS5? Is that what...
Yeah.
So
he has a PS5.
Why is the Portal no good?
Well, it isn't. He's finally taken the plunge. But I think it was because he was saying... He's saying that you can't install games natively on it, so it's not like you can take it on the bus.
Stream it.
Yeah, you're always streaming. And I think that's where it comes in with the Steam Deck, because you can still install Steam games and other games and all that and play those when you're not at home, but then use it as a PS Portal when you are at home.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, that's really easy, because we're not getting the full picture yet, are we?
I must express my utter satisfaction that I've had since buying it.
Ooh.
I feel like it's one of the best handheld gaming solutions that I've purchased so far, as it gives you PS5 capabilities in a handheld. Am I disappointed I can't play without an internet connection? Yes. But the screen is great. It's comfortable to hold, and in my case, created a more seamless solution to previous remote play methods. Most of all, I'm just enjoying playing more.
So he's using his laptop.
No, he was using his laptop and tablet, but now he's got the PS Portal.
Oh, sorry.
So he was using that.
I heard it different. Okay.
Since having it, I've had to set up access points to boost my shitty Wi-Fi. But if anyone is thinking of getting one, I would recommend testing the remote play on another device first and checking it works before the purchase. Because without Wi-Fi, it's just a fancy Sony fanboy doorstop. Secondly, Gears of War Remastered looks like it's heading to PS2. Duke Sexy, oh yeah, sound clip here. Unfortunately, that's not happening. But Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, it's been confirmed, doesn't it? Gears
Yeah,
of War
Gears
is
of War
releasing
is now going to be on a
remastered day and date.
PlayStation. Can you believe it?
It is. Overall, a big thumbs up to the PS Portal. All the best. Continuum, Kyle. So there you go.
Thanks,
so
Kyle.
thank you, Kyle.
Well, I'm happy that you're happy with your little Portal.
We're happy you're happy.
I've heard lots of people say that it's a lot better than it was. A lot of people use it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's definitely been getting lots of props.
Cool.
Okay, we have got. I'm just trying to work out which one we need to read. Okay, this one's from Jason. And he says, "Behind the 8 balls, I'm at work, veterans. Happy 800th. You could have done it without me, but I'm glad I stuck with every single one of you. Many more. Shout out to the listeners. Sorry for making it a bit weird, Jason." So there you go. Thank you, Jason.
That's what you do.
We couldn't have done it without you, really. All those emails, all those years. So thank you. Thanks very much. Very kind of you. Okay, right. Let's get into the quizzes. Let's get into the quizzes. So we're going to start with Alex Green's quiz. So we're going to start with that one. He says, "I give you a quiz. These are quotes said in games, and you get 1 point if you guess correctly the person that said the quote, and 1 point if you guess the game the quote is from." Here we go. Question 1 of 8. "I used to be an adventurer like you, and then I took an arrow to the knee."
Well, it's Skyrim, isn't it?
It's Skyrim. Who said it?
Just a bloke. Just a bloody guard or bloke or something, wasn't it? The bloke. He's in the main. Is it the first town, like White something? What's that place?
Whiterun.
He's in there.
Whiterun. I don't know. I don't know what his name is though.
I can curse.
Just a bloke.
There we go. And it's various guards in Skyrim, so I think we get 2 points. Yeah. 2 points. Okay. Requesi cat in pace. Oh no, I got that name. Requesi cat? Requesi cat?
Are you talking English?
Requires cat in pace?
Requires a cat in his face.
No, it's all one word. So it's REQUIESCAT in pace. Requires cat in pace.
I have a clue.
No idea.
No.
I have absolutely not a clue.
Pass.
Dear. No.
No idea. Let's have a look. That is Ezio from Assassin's Creed 2. I don't know what that means.
Say it in an Italian accent. Maybe that works.
Yeah.
Try it.
Requires a cat in pace.
I hear it. Yeah. I'd have got it if you did it like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, try and do them in the native language, please, Jim.
Yeah, please.
I'll try my best. Okay, number 3. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end.
Oh, I know this. I know this. I recognise it.
No, I don't recognise it.
Angry person says it.
I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end.
I am the Alpha and Omega. No, not a clue. Not a clue.
I do recognise it. Well, I can't tell you what it's from.
No ideas. I have no idea. Okay, here we go. That is whale. That's James, the father of the Lone Wanderer, Fallout 3. I must say, James for 1 point. Half a point if you said father of the Lone Wanderer. No idea.
No. Wouldn't have got that.
Didn't know that.
Do I get a point if it was voiced by Liam Neeson?
Go on, we'll let you have that. I don't know.
Cheers. Because it was.
So we've got 3 points. 3 points so far.
Sweet.
Number 4. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
That's Far Cry 3.
And who said it?
The chap from Better Call Saul. The guy.
What's his name? Vaas. And it is Vaas
6
from Far Cry 3. Right. So well done.
All right. I thought the guy from Breaking Bad was in 6.
No, he's in 3.
Is it 3?
That was years ago.
So that gives 4 points.
No. Hold on.
Oh,
you're
5 points.
You're talking about Gus.
What? Is this a different guy from Breaking Bad?
No, he's not in Breaking Bad. He's in Better Call Saul.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, of course, yeah.
You're talking about Gus who's in Far Cry.
My whole reality got totally just warps my mind. Then
you wait till Far Cry 7 when Hal from Malcolm in the Middle's in it.
There you go.
Look at that. In his
Number 5.
speed walking suit.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
That's Jason Mason from Black Ops.
Is it Jason Mason when he's saying the numbers, Mason? Is he talking to himself?
Jason Mason.
Jason. Not Jason. No, it is Jason.
It's
Who's
not
the other
Mason,
guy?
though, is it?
Jason from Heavy Rain.
Jason.
I don't know what his name. It's a chap called Jason. We're on first name basis. I never call him by his last name. It's Black Ops. It's Blobs though. I get the points. Whatever. Give me the points.
It's Jason Hudson.
Yeah, Kate Hudson's
I think
dad.
we get the 2 points.
Yeah.
I think we get the 2 points. So that's 7 points. 7 points so far. Question 6 of 8. Oh, this is just wrong. I'm coughing up blood. That ain't mine.
Oh, this is just wrong. I'm coughing up blood that ain't. I'm coughing up blood that ain't mine.
Yeah.
Oh, this is wrong.
This is just wrong. I'm coughing up blood that ain't mine. I don't know how the accent would be. I don't know what the answer is, but that's what I'm going for.
Do it again, with the accent.
Yeah, okay. Oh, this is just wrong. I'm coughing up blood that this ain't right. No, it ain't mine.
Ain't mine. You don't even know your lines.
Ain't mine.
It's a zombie game or something.
The way you say this is, I don't think this is the answer, but the way you said it made me feel like it was like from Red Dead or something. You did it in a sort of country. This ain't right.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
I'm coughing up blood.
Oh, this is just wrong. I'm coughing up blood that ain't mine.
I'm going to say the popular game from 2006, Gun.
Gun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was actually Damon Bird from Gears of War 2.
Gears of War.
Gears of War 2.
That'll be when... would that be the bit where they get trapped in that fucking worm, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, it is. And I actually remember that. Yeah, I played it like a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been then.
Okay, you ready? Number 7. On your feet, soldier. We are leaving.
That sounds like Call of Duty.
Which one, though, if it is?
Oh, this could be fucking anyone. You're asking me, when in a Call of Duty game did someone say, on your feet, soldier?
Well, which Call of Duty? Which Call of Duty do you think?
It's probably like... It's either going to be Modern Warfare 1 or 2, isn't it? Because a lot of these games are around Gears of War, which is 2006, Fallout, which is 2007, Assassin's Creed 2, which is 2009.
Because he knows we're old.
So these are these era of games. So I'll say Call of Duty 4, and the only person that anybody cared about in Call of Duty 4 was Price.
Okay, well, let's see.
No one cares about any other character. In Modern Warfare 2, it was Ghost.
You are 100% right.
It's just the process.
In Price.
Absolutely
Call
wild.
of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
It's because it's a process of them. It's either Price. No, Ghost never talks. Did Ghost talk in Modern Warfare 2? I don't think he talked. So it would have been Price. No one knows any other Soap, maybe, but no, everybody cares. Price is the only character that people like in Call of Duty.
I played all of these games, and I could not tell you one person's
name.
You
know what Price? You know what Price looks like, though, John.
Well, now that you say it,
with the handlebar moustache.
Now you're saying it.
Now that you say it, but if you'd said to me, "Draw me one character from Call of Duty," from nothing.
Yeah, but you know, with the handlebar moustache, and he's got the hat
I know you mean, yeah. Now that you mention it, things in my brain are just behind a foggy cloud.
Yeah.
Well,
you try doing a podcast for 16, 17 years, and then this is what happens to you. You start knowing when shit comes out.
Second nature. Yeah. Okay, number 8. You're going to get the next one straight away.
Okay.
Straight away. But I'd like you to read this one in full without any interruptions, please. It would cheer me up after having a bad week.
Okay, so we can't interrupt you. Okay.
Can't interrupt. Right, I'm going to try and do the voice. Okay, I'm going to get into the character of this game. Here we go. Okay, I'm ready. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the accent. Here we go.
Have you started yet?
All right. I've been thinking. When life give you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take those lemons back. Get mad. I don't want your damn lemons. What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see Life's manager. Make life ruder day. It thought it could give Stuart Fowler lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons. I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
Yeah, I know it.
I know it.
I've got no idea.
No, Nezzy,
Have you seriously no idea what that is?
No, I don't know.
Oh my
when
god!
life gives you lemons, make life. Yeah, it's.
Is it
Come
got
on.
it.
Portal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
Portal 2.
Portal 2.
Portal
Yeah.
2, yeah. No,
And the
yeah.
character's name?
You,
Come on,
well, if you
Nezzy.
struggle to get the game, you're gonna get the character.
I know,
isn't it?
yeah.
No, I have played both of them.
Holy moly.
Give me the first letter. I know it's played by the guy off
C.
Extra.
Begins with a C. It's also
No.
a place that you can go in the Oblivion. You go
His
in lots of them,
initials
in
are the
fact.
same initials that you use for the main character of San Andreas.
Yeah, it is.
Now you got to think of the character in San
Carl,
Andreas.
yeah, I know, which is Carl something in it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
what the
CJ, his
think
name
right,
is, isn't it?
Nezzy?
CJ.
CJ.
What do you go in loads of in Oblivion other than dungeons?
Thingy Gates.
Beginning with a C.
Cyril.
No, begins with a C, and you go in lots of them when you're exploring.
Caves.
Yes.
Caves, cave,
yeah,
cave, yeah.
So singular. A singular one of
Yeah,
those.
Cave.
And then what brand would you use if you're wiping a baby's bum? What
Oh,
brand?
there you go. That's a good one.
Cave.
That's a good
Cave.
one.
Cave Johnson.
Steve Johnson.
Oh, I did
I'm
not
glad,
know that.
I'm glad you didn't say cave huggies. Do you know what I mean?
Dave
Cave
Liddell's cheapest wives.
Yeah. Cave Sudocreme.
Gay old towel.
Well, thank you very much for that, Alex.
Thank you very much, Alex.
That was great.
Good
I
fun.
love
Just shows how terrible I am.
Some were easier than others. That Ezio one, I
They
don't
were.
know. I think you must have had a cat walk over your keyboard at that point. I don't know what happened there.
that. Yeah. TJ sent us an email
Oh yeah.
and sent 3 sound bites for Duke, so I guess we'll hear those next week.
Yeah,
So
we'll do that
thank you
next
for that, TJ.
Mm.
Okay, next one. John Collins has also sent us a one.
Yep.
Odd one out. Here we go. An odd one out quiz.
Okay.
I'll give you 4 items, all video game related. You have to guess which is the odd one out. Bonus point if you can guess what the items have in common. Just in case you don't know, highlight the text in the black boxes to reveal the answers. So here we go. These are the first 4. Anvil, Chorrel, Whiterun, Chardinhall, or Chadenhall.
They're all villages, aren't they?
Except for Whiterun, that's a city,
Skyrim.
isn't it?
I don't recognise the last name. What was it?
Chadenhall, or Chadenhall. Chadenhall?
In fact, see them all again.
Okay.
Might make more sense.
So Anvil, Chorrel, Whiterun, Chadenhall.
Is Anvil not in Skyrim?
So which is the odd one out?
Is one of them a Fallout one? Maybe.
I only recognise Whiterun. Anvil.
Or maybe that's it.
Chorrel, did you say?
Yeah, you see, I can't take part because they blacked them out, but I can actually see the answers. So that's why I've not been shouting any answers out.
So they blacked them out, but you can see the. What can you see through
Yeah,
time?
you can see the text underneath.
Well, what's
so
the
I
point in
can still
blacking
see
them
what
out?
the text. I don't know. It does. It a glance. If I just saw a glance, but I can see them.
Squint.
Unfortunately,
It's
too
an
much.
amazing laptop of his.
I know it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's on my normal PC screen as it goes.
Squint, Stu. Maybe that'll help if you squint.
So which is the odd one out? You go on, pick one.
Well, I would
when you
say
go for it.
Whiterun is the only
Whiterun.
one that I know. The other 3 I don't know. So
So you're going to go with Whiterun?
I'm going to go with Whiterun to say that is in
You are
Skyrim.
correct.
Yeah, there you go.
You
I don't
are
know, but I
correct,
don't know
but-
what the other 3 are. I have no idea.
But for not the right reason. So we are correct.
That's
It
my
is
life,
Whiterun.
Stu.
It's a city in Skyrim.
Yeah,
The other 3 are all in Oblivion.
there you go.
So that's
That answers your
why-
question.
That's why.
Yeah, that was.
So
Nezzy,
that's why
you
it's
should
the
have
other one out.
known that. You know all these. You've been playing
Okay,
Oblivion.
here we go.
I've only done like the first 10 caves. That's the point. Every time I see a hole in the ground, I go in it, and then I don't come out for another hour. And then
Yeah.
I go 10 meters and go to the next hole.
Did you see Cave Johnson in when you was in there?
I didn't know, but I'll keep an eye out for it.
Okay, here's the next one.
Okay.
Metropolis Zone, Sky Sanctuary Zone,
Okay, these are
Hilltop
Sonic.
Zone,
These are Sonic.
and Aquatic Ruin Zone.
Oh my gosh. I'll read them all again.
Yeah. Metropolis Zone,
that's a Sonic.
Sky Sanctuary Zone, Hilltop Zone, or Aquatic Ruin Zone.
So they're all Sonic. So if this
Yeah,
if this is going on the pattern of the last question, I'm playing the meta game here, the meta quiz, right?
Yeah, the meta quiz.
So he did the same franchise but different games.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So he did Oblivion,
yeah.
Skyrim, Oblivion. So I'm guessing one of these is from like Sonic 2 or some shit.
Yeah.
And then the others are like from Sonic 1, which is ridiculous because no one should play Sonic, because if you play Sonic, you're basically an idiot. But
yeah, an idiot.
And if you think, no, I liked Sonic when I was a kid, yeah, play it now. It's awful.
The first 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, awful game. So I'm guessing one of them is the odd one out. Okay.
It is.
Metropolis.
Well, that's a quiz. One is definitely the odd one out.
Read them again.
Metropolis Zone, Sky Sanctuary Zone, Hilltop Zone, Aquatic Ruin Zone.
The only ones I don't recognise. Go on, Nezzy, what did you say?
Only one of them is underwater. The last one, which is an odd one out.
I suppose the only one of them is in the sky, isn't it?
2 correct answers. That's 2 points. Any more?
I'm happy to go with the underwater one. We'll go with that.
No, you can go. It's not going to be it. Go do the Sonic 1, Sonic 2 one, and pick one for Sonic 1 and Sonic 2.
Well, the only ones I've heard of is the Metropolis Zone and the Hilltop.
Hilltop, yeah.
And I know there's a aquatic level that everybody hates.
Yeah, because it's crap. Is that what it's called, though? Aquatic underwater? It seems like a crap name for
Aquatic Ruin Zone. That's probably right.
Let's go with Sky.
Oh, you did well to swap at the last minute. Because it was Sky Sanctuary Zone, which was in Sonic the Hedgehog and Knuckles. And the others, the other were in the original Sonic. Oh, sorry, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Or the others were all in.
The better of the terrible Sonics, yes.
Yeah. So there you go. Right. Okay. Next one: Crimson Caravan, Tunnel Snakes, Talon Company, Republic of Dave.
Okay, Republic of Dave is a Fallout 3 thing.
Yeah.
Crimson Caravan is a New Vegas thing.
Oh.
I remember that very, very clearly. Because caravans, and there was a game called Caravan, wasn't there, in Fallout New Vegas? There's like a card game called Caravan.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Stu? Remember that?
I don't. Didn't play it.
What's the matter with your memories, man? Jesus Christ.
I know.
There's a game called Caravan in Fallout New Vegas. So when you said Caravan, that was New Vegas.
Yeah,
so what I have to work out now. So Caravan.
What are the other two in?
So Republic of Dave and Caravan. I've already forgot the other two.
So we've got Talon Company and Tunnel Snakes.
Okay, Tunnel Snakes is the gang that was in the bunker in 3.
Oh, so he's got it. So which is the other one out then?
So I'm going to say Caravan, unless Nezzy disagrees.
Correct, you are correct.
Again, I've played all those games. I faintly remember some of those words, and that's about as much as I can offer.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready for the next one? And General Shepard, Raul Menendez, Imran Zakharov, Vladimir Makarov, sorry.
Okay, Vladimir Makarov is from... Oh, I thought he was in Blops. Is he? I can't remember. This is all Call of Duty, isn't it? Shepard.
What's the first one? I recognise the first one.
The Shepard. No, don't. Shepard is Mass Effect.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I think there's a Shepard in Call of Duty. Oh,
and what's the middle? Say them all again.
I don't. There's no odd one out.
Oh.
When I'm looking at the answers, there's no odd one out. I don't think you did the question right for this one, because General Shepard's the villain in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Right.
Raul Menendez is the villain in Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I remember
Imran Zakharov is the villain in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Okay.
And Vladimir Makarov is in Modern Warfare 2 and 3. So I'm not sure which is the clear odd one out, apart from one's not from a Modern Warfare franchise. I don't know.
Yeah, that might
I
be
guess
it.
that must be what it is.
That might be
It's
it.
kind of thrown me, though, because of the way he's done it.
Yeah, I think...
I'm like, they're all from different games.
yeah. I think it might be
So,
the Modern Warfare blocks
one's
thing,
from, one's from Black Ops.
Yeah.
Sorry, I ruined that question, but I'll move on to the next one.
You did ruin that, to be fair.
You'll like this one. This one should be an easy one for you, Mr. Mike Chin. Nasher, Boomshot, Scorcher, Boltok.
Okay. Oh, I know. This is Gears of War stuff.
Yes.
Go on. Right, let me try and get this one.
Yeah. I haven't got it yet. You assume that I've got it. I don't know what it is.
Go on. Say, I guess it's going to be which Gears of War they're in. I've played all Gears of War, so let's say them again and let me see if I can.
Nasher,
that's a shotgun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boomshot.
Yeah, that's the
that's
the
grenade
shot,
launcher.
Yeah, it's a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Scorcher.
Go on.
And Boltok.
I think I remember the first two and the Boltok are in Gears of War. Because I'm sure I played that. Not, and then the Scorcher isn't, because I don't remember that.
The Scorcher. Well, the Scorcher is in. It's a flamethrower, isn't it? A Scorcher, but I don't. Yeah. There wasn't a flamethrower in the first game. Definitely no way.
You are both.
That's the other one out.
100% correct. It's the Scorcher was in Gears of War 2.
Nezzy, well done.
So we got, what did we get? One. Well, Chidi. What did Chidi get mainly? And then
No, it's a team effort. It's a team effort.
Thank you.
We got 1, 2, 3. We got 4. We got 4. No, we didn't. Yeah, we did. You did 4 out of 5 events.
Well, you took another one off.
The next one, I messed up the next to last question. So
I like that. I like that quiz. Nice one.
It was good.
Who sent that in, Stu?
That one was sent in by John Collins. So thank you very much for that, John.
Thanks,
we like that.
Thank you.
We like an odd one out. Final quiz this evening is from Silent Gamer sent us a quiz. Okay, here we go. Final quiz. Hey, Stu, Chidi, and Duke Stroke Nezzy. Corey must have known. Wow. Hope you are all well. Question 1 of 4. Which of these diners is in Alan Wake? It's a special Alan Wake quiz, by the way. I should have mentioned that. Okay. Alan Wake quiz. Which of these diners is it? And I can play this one because I can't see the answers. Which of these diners is in Alan Wake? Is it A, Two Whales Diner, B, Empire Diner, C, Oh Dear Diner, or D, 69th Street Diner? I feel like I should know this, but I'm not really 100% sure.
No,
I was expecting to recognise it, but I didn't.
Yeah, I was. I feel like I'm going for Oh Dear Diner. That's my gut.
Okay.
Is the Oh Dear Diner.
I thought Empire for some reason, but I don't know why.
Which is spelled as in an animal deer, by the way.
Yeah. And it's the Deer Festival, isn't it? That's
what
they do,
that feels like the tongue-in-cheekness of Alan Wake.
Yeah.
But remember with Silent Gamer, it's also a meta quiz because the others are from games. So all the others are in games. So what games are the others from? So Two Whales Diner, Empire Diner. I feel like I've heard of that.
I recognise that.
Is that not in? Oh God, I'm trying to bloody think. Is that in the Nazi thing? God, what's that called?
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. Is that not in Wolfenstein?
There is a diner in that game, isn't there?
Yeah, I remember the scene. Yeah.
Go with that.
I feel like it's either Wolfenstein or Mafia 2. But I don't know. I feel like Wolfenstein seems more futuristic than Empire Diner.
Yeah.
I think Dare's a good guess.
Yeah, I could be wrong with Oh Dear Diner, by the way. 69th Street Diner. You see, that to me, that sounds like Mafia 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
And Two Whales? No idea. Is that like from a BioShock game?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Nah, I don't think there's a diner in a BioShock game. I don't know. No. I don't know. There's a diner in the opening scene of the Batman Arkham Knight. game. I don't
So
know.
we agreed on Oh Dear Diner. We're going with that.
Yeah, I'm good for that.
Right, here we go. It was Oh Dear Diner.
Oh Dear Diner.
Seeing as I am an Alan Wake fan, that would have been bad if I hadn't got that right. Two Wales Diner is in Life is Strange.
Nah, never would have got it. I have played that.
Damn it. Guess where Empire Diner is?
Batman?
Mafia 2. I said Mafia 2 and then was like, oh, is it that or is it? 69th Street Diner, Grand Theft Auto 4.
Of course.
GTA 4 for that.
Of course.
To be fair, his GTA 69th Street sounded like it was Mafia.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. Which of these lighthouses is in Alan Wake? Is it Anvil Lighthouse, Solitude Lighthouse, Kingsport Lighthouse, or Rain Cove Point Lighthouse?
Solitude is go on, Leslie, do you know?
Well, I was going to say Solitude, but you're about to say it's not.
No,
Solitude.
I think Solitude is Skyrim. I remember that one.
Oh yeah, I forget that they're from other games.
What, a lighthouse in Skyrim?
Yeah, there's a lighthouse in Skyrim.
Yeah. Solitude Lighthouse. Anvil Lighthouse.
I don't know. I ain't got a clue.
What was the last one?
Rain Cove Point. You see, I don't know whether that's Life is Strange.
Oh yeah.
I think Rain Cove Point is Life is Strange.
Well, I'm pretty sure that it ain't B, so we'll eliminate B. So.
Yeah, it's not B. It's not. I don't think it's Kingsport Lighthouse. That just doesn't sound right. I feel like it's.
It's the one you can't get in as well. Is it in Alan Wake 2, the one that you can't get in for a bit? The lighthouse.
There's one in Alan Wake. There's one in the original Alan Wake lighthouse, right at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Alan Wake 2, aren't you? Where
I am, yeah.
Can't get in. Yeah.
Or is this Alan Wake 1, the first one?
Yeah, this is Alan Wake 1.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like, I don't know, Anvil is for me. I think Anvil sounds more Alan Wakey.
Sure.
But it could be Rain Cove Point. See, that sounds Alan Wakey too, doesn't it?
Rain Cove Point
it's one of those
more
two.
Alan Wakey.
Yeah, shall we go Rain Cove Point?
Yeah.
Shall we do that? And we'll say Anvils from Life is Strange, I'm going with. Sure. Kingsport, I've no idea, so let's have a look. It is Rain Cove Point. Yay. Well done. Well done. Anvils from Oblivion, of course it is. Oblivion. Solitude is from Skyrim, so well done there. And Kingsport is from Fallout 4.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, never would have got that.
Question three. Oh, well, if we don't get this one, we need a smack. Which of these lakes is in Alan Wake? Is it Silver Lake, Lake Isabella, Cauldron Lake, or Lake Sebastian?
It's Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron,
yeah.
Yeah, it's Cauldron, 100%.
100%. Isabella is Red Dead.
What Silver? I feel like Silver I've come across recently. Silver Lake.
No, I don't know. Isabella is definitely Red Dead. I have spent many a time fishing in that lake.
Yeah.
And swimming in it.
Lake Isabella. Silver Lake. Well, could be Oblivion.
Yeah, there's been a lot of Oblivion and Skyrim in these.
Yeah, could be Oblivion. And Lake Sebastian. That sounds quite... Not sure where that would be from. Lake Sebastian.
I don't think I know.
Right, look it up. Let's have a look. So, Silver Lake is Far Cry 5.
Okay.
Wouldn't have gone. I haven't played enough Far Cry games to get that. Lake Isabella, you are 100% correct, is Red Dead Redemption 2. Lake Sebastian is Saints Row 2022. And, of course, Cauldron Lake is, of course, Alan Wake. Okay, which of these doctors is in Alan Wake? Is it Adrian Barker, Albert Cortiello, Emil Hartman, or Alec Earnhardt?
Can you say them again? I can't.
Adrian Baker, Albert Contiello, Emil Hartman, or Alec Earnhardt? Like German.
No.
You see, I went straight away to Emil Hartman for Alan Wake. But then I'm like, is it Alec Earnhardt? Is he German?
I'm
trying to figure what the doctor.
I
Well, the
thought
doctors.
Earnhardt, but
Yeah, I think it's.
I'm
I
guessing
think
it's like episode 3, isn't it? Where you
it's-
wake up in that that.
It's a psychiatrist, yeah,
Yeah.
at the nut
I
house.
haven't got a clue what his name is now. I played it quite well, sort of.
See,
like
I'm
2 years
thinking
ago,
Emil
wasn't
Hartman. I feel like
I'm fine with
Hartman
that.
sounds
Go
right,
with that.
but it could be Alec Earnhardt too.
It could be any one of them, Stu. That's the point of the quiz, you see.
Yeah,
But you got
I
to
don't
pick the
think it
one
is.
that you think it is.
I don't know. What do you
That's
think,
cool.
Nezzy? I'll let you decide. What are you going with?
well, but I've been so confident and wrong. But let's go with Earnhardt. The last one.
Okay, let's go. I'll stick with you.
Good thought.
It's Hartman. Damn
Oh,
it.
God.
Damn it.
Well, that's
That was
just
in the top
ruined
3.
my night, that hasn't
It
it?
was the one that jumped out to me to begin with. Then I was questioning myself when I saw.
You went
Alec
wrong when you said
Earnhardt.
you pick Nezzy.
I know-
You've seen what
know,
my
yeah.
memory does to me. I
I
played that game
know,
and loved
I
it
know.
last year.
I've
Can't
just-
remember.
Damn it! That broke our
I can listen downstairs, Nezzy, and my baby's just started crying because you
100%.
gave that answer.
Yeah. So Adrian Baker was from Heavy Rain, was a retired doctor who tries to kill her, doesn't he? He tries to kill her in his cellar in his house, or he can kill her if you get it all wrong.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Albert Contiello is Dead Rising 3. He's the psychopath
No
in Dead
chance.
Rising 3,
No
psychotic
chance.
surgeon who performs sadistic organ removal on survivors,
No one played it.
harvesting their entrails and selling them on the black market.
No one played Dead
Emil
Rising 3.
Hartman, damn it. He is a town psychologist in Bright Falls who runs Cauldron Lake Lodge. And Alec Earnhardt is a chemist who produces and sells drugs to the local pirates in Far Cry 3. However, he's also an ally to Jason Brody and gives refuge to Brody's kidnapped friends. So there you go.
Cool.
That's who that is. Hope you enjoyed that. All the best. Cheers, the Silent Gamer. As always, we did
Very
enjoy it. I
much.
like the meta quiz. We like the meta quiz, although we weren't 100%. We got 3 out of 4. Little disappointed, if I'm being honest.
You sound like
A
a
little
manager
disappointed,
after
yeah.
a football match.
I'm a little disappointed. No, I'm saying
3 out
could
of
have got it
4.
right. Didn't.
Could have got
Didn't
4
get it
goals.
right.
Got 3. We play
All I
on.
can do,
The game's
Could have
gone.
done it.
The game's gone.
Fucked it up.
all I can do
You know
now
what
is
I'm
just
saying?
concentrate on the next quiz. I'm just going to get head down.
Yeah, keep my head
Concentrate on
down.
the next
Concentrate on
quiz.
the next quiz. Make the right
Yeah.
decisions.
Yeah.
Play the
All we
right
can
players,
do.
and off we go. Done.
Okay.
Soccer.
So that's it, by the way. So we can do some shout outs, get the hell out of here.
Lovely.
So, as Nezzy's the guest, we'll let Nezzy go first.
Okay, shout out to you guys for having me on here. It really is an honour to be on here. So thank you very much.
How long have you been listening to this show now?
Well over 10 years. It's got to be pretty much 12, maybe coming on. It's got to be close to 15 years, really. It's got to be close to
Jesus
like
Christ.
a very long time. And I listen to it every week as well, like without fail. So like I probably hear your guys' voice more than I hear anybody else's.
While
voice.
you're driving your truck.
Yeah.
So I always, it's weird because like I listen to you guys every week, so like it's like what you're saying. I always know what's going on in your lives, and I feel like we're like all best friends, but you don't hear from me for about 4 years at a time.
You're a friend of mine, Nessie. You're a friend.
But,
we bonded when we went to the arcade club, didn't we?
Yes, very much, yeah. But
And
so
I spent an evening with Nezzy in the flesh about 2 years ago now.
We DJed together, a couple of years
DJed
ago.
together.
You're Stockport, you Nessie.
Headlined. I am in Stockport, yeah.
I'll tell you what, next time, because I go to Stockport quite a lot.
Yeah.
So I need to make arrangements, and I'll come and see you.
Yeah,
So,
for sure, yeah. Give me a shout.
I will do.
Come and see his man cave.
Yeah.
I will shout out as well Hardy Dan, because we are doing the London to Brighton bicycle ride together on June the 4th. I'm so looking forward to that. And I'm going to send out some sponsorship things.
Yeah, do it.
They're doing it because I did a marathon as well 2 weeks ago, and like people was like, "Are you getting sponsored?" And I was like, "No, I just run a marathon."
I know. What you
and
mean.
then I felt I don't like asking people basically, but then
it's icky.
But then I felt bad because I thought, it's a chance to raise money for charity.
People will give you money. Like, I find this when I do. I haven't done one for 5 years actually, but the 24-hour streams and stuff like that. And even when I did a thing recently with snooker where my friend passed away, and I had to raise money for his funeral and stuff. And people do give. You know what I mean? People will give you money. So yes, make sure when you do, send it over, and we'll push it out for you, John.
Yes, so I'll shout out Dan, but I'll shout out the rest of my guys at Joysticks and Chill. We do a podcast once every year, once every 6 months.
I love
once
it that
every...
it's so irregular. It's so funny.
We do love doing it though, so we always say we're going to try and do more. But life gets in the way.
I'll tell you what, speaking of quizzes, Jay was the king of quizzes for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
So cool.
He did a couple for us recently in our last show, like, going back. And literally, I'm hearing stories and stuff that I've said, and I have no memory of it in my head whatsoever. It's just
crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
And John still he posts a lot on Tick and Talk on the Joysticks and Chill account, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, but I'm not on TikTok, so I don't see that stuff really. But
I see it quite regular on there because he does a lot of retro collection stuff.
Yeah,
so, and I think he's got quite a decent sort of following on there. He posts quite a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to start doing some streaming. I was going to start streaming Total War on the Joysticks and Chill. What's it called? Twitch. Yeah, on the Twitch. So I am going to try and maybe do like an hour or two. I've got the PC now and I start playing some RPG games.
Yeah, it's really easy with the PC.
Terrible at that. So I'm going to maybe start doing that as well. Yeah. So
do you Truck Simulator?
Do I stream it? No, because like I say, it's taking me weeks and weeks to get even things working. I feel like the next step is possibly because I've got quite a lot of fancy gear.
You have to have a multicam setup.
Yeah, like I've got quite a lot of fancy gear, and obviously I've got like my powerful PC, and so there is a market for this stuff.
Yeah.
And people just watch someone just drive for like an hour or so. So I have thought about it, but
you need a camera looking at your setup and the gameplay. And what Bongo has as well is like people in the chat changing the camera angles, which is like really cool. That's another bunch of money you got to spend.
Yeah, well, exactly, and honestly, it's been a well of money. So that's why I've drawn a line underneath it for now. But that is the next thing because if I can make a living driving fake trucks, I will be the happiest man in the world. If I could sit there for 8 hours driving every single day, I can't tell you how happy I would be.
Imagine. Got to pop to work now, love. Yeah.
That's my shout outs. And that's it. Thanks.
Cool. I'll shout out Duke. Don't know where he is.
We don't know where he is. We don't know why he's near. He just isn't here.
He just isn't here. But that's just okay. I mean, I can't talk. I don't turn up a lot of the time. I'll probably have the record of person who turns up the least. Out of all of us.
You've done well having a baby, though. It is.
Yeah.
Like we know on our show. So how you guys do it every week, it's amazing. It really is.
It's hard work with a baby, I have to tell you.
It's a long time. It's a long time we've been doing it.
Yes.
It is.
Yes. And the baby, by the way. Oh, my God. Like, now she says no to stuff. I remember your advice very clearly.
I said no when you were trying to get to say happy birthday to me, and the end just went no.
Yeah. Like Nezzy, I remember your advice to me very clearly. You said something to me just before Rosa was born, and you said, "Cherish those first few months because they're just a bag of meat." I don't think you said the words "bag of meat," but they are. They are just a bag. They just lie there, don't they? They're just mush. You know?
Yeah, they don't do anything.
And they're gonna. But now. Right, and just in the last week or so, like she's pushing boundaries. You know what I mean? And all she responds to is action. Like Tara tries to reason with her, like, "Oh, that's not very nice." And like she doesn't give a shit about that. She just wants. It's just action. So I'm just. She thinks I'm being really mean. I'll take something from him. Like she doesn't. You can't reason with her. She's unreasonable. Like you can't do it. She doesn't understand. And she just says, like, "Put your cardi on." No. Water. No. And I was trying to. Before, I could put the snooker on the TV, and she wouldn't bat an eyelid, right? She'd be like, pretty colours or whatever, she was fine. I put the snooker on, and she was like, no more. No more. No more. No.
Didn't take long.
When she doesn't like something, she says, like it. Like it. As in, don't like it. So, yeah, she never stops talking.
Babies.
She never stops talking. So shout out to Rosa, bless her.
Yeah. Shout out to Rosa.
Sorry. So shout out to Kyle for letting me use his drive, and shout out to Jacinta who sent me a bunch of bluey clothes when Rosa was born, but they were so big, and I don't know if Jacinta.
She's in them.
She planned it so well because the clothes that she sent are all summer clothes, so like t-shirt and shorts, but she hasn't been able to fit in them till now, and I sent Jacinta an email with 3 pictures of Rosa wearing those bluey colours, and it's the summer and it's good weather, so it's perfect. So yeah, thank you to Jacinta for sending those.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to shout out Rosa as well for a lovely birthday message. Eventually, we got there eventually.
Shall I play it?
Yeah, you can do. You can do. I don't know whether we can hear it.
Well, I don't know.
By the way, we did have a speak pipe off, not Derek, but we'll play that next week when Duke's back.
I'll play this though. Here we go.
Rosa, can you say happy birthday to you, Stu?
Hold on, wait for it.
Go on. Happy birthday.
Before this clip, she was singing happy birthday, by the way.
Stu. Say Stu. Say, come on, Stu. 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 Happy birthday to you. Stu. No.
Yeah, there you go. No.
Brilliant. No.
That's a favourite word.
Chinny sent that, and then about 10 minutes later, Duke did the exact same thing with the Duchess, which was just hilarious, where she did some beatboxing. She did say happy birthday, so shout out to the Duchess for the amazing birthday beatbox. I've got to say, I loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. So, yeah, I think it was the highlight of my birthday.
Oh, yeah, I got that clip as well.
Yeah, let's hear that. That's hilarious.
Say happy birthday to you, Stu. Say happy birthday to you, Stu. No, that's beatboxing. Don't be. Just say happy. He's gonna remix that in his DJ set. Happy birthday to you, Stu. Happy birthday, Stu. No. No.
No, you got replay that to Rosa and have Rosa reenact that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
brilliant.
she's quite there, yeah.
And then I'd like to shout out, because this is kind of interesting, right? So we did show 800. And then on May the 10th, yesterday, we had 5 times the normal downloads at Podbean.
Really?
Right, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? We've got 5 times the normal number of downloads in a day. What is that? No, not bots.
Sexy bots.
When I click, no. When you click on it, right, it gives you a breakdown of what episodes were downloaded.
Yeah.
And there is a shit ton of people just downloading episode 90, 1 download. Veteran Gamers Interview, Walking Dead, Lee and Kenny, 1 episode. 103, 1 episode. 104, 1 episode downloaded. 11, 1 downloaded. So someone, either one person or multiple people after Leering Show 800 have gone and just downloaded loads of old episodes from our back catalogue to listen to. So it goes. Even show number 2 was downloaded. So it's people just downloading a shit ton of single episodes from back in the day.
Wow.
So there you go. I just did a Boomer Fraser back in the day. There you go.
Is that Boomer Fraser?
It's a Boomer Fraser.
I'm looking at the analytics now. Jesus Christ, it's all just shot up.
Yeah.
Because I heard I was coming on.
Yeah.
Put the word on the street.
There is a note on the comment saying, when's Nezzy coming on?
Well, no, not bots. It just appears somebody, either one person or multiple people, have gone back to listen to old episodes to see what we used to do, I'm guessing.
Well, I am doing more tick and talks these days. Of
You're definitely doing more tick and talks.
You know what I posted
so big
this week
shout
on
out to all
TikTok?
those people.
Did you see the clip that I posted on?
I think I did, but I can't remember what it was now.
It was the
the
famous Heavy Rain.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I haven't watched it, so I don't know how many people have watched that, but I saw that you put it up.
I mean, not that
numbers
matter.
From 15 years ago.
Not that numbers matter, but they totally do. You know what I mean?
Yes, they do.
Anybody that says the numbers don't matter, we just want to... No. Me and Stu wouldn't talk to each other.
Numbers matter.
Numbers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. The numbers, as long as the numbers are going up, that's fine by
me. We don't care. We'll go through it. It's only had 2,000 views, 60 likes.
That's pretty good, though.
60 likes is pretty good, to be fair.
That's pretty good.
Does anyone that uses TikTok know what Heavy Rain is, though?
Somebody commented on it. Somebody commented it and said, "Nah, bro, Heavy Rain is super good. How did bro not like it?" And I should have replied, bro, I don't even know, bro. What the hell? What
No, bro.
what the
No idea,
frick,
bro.
So that person knew what it was. I
There you
mean,
go.
for a game that's 15 years old, the fact that like some people have watched it and gone, oh, that's pretty funny, is pretty incredible. So
It's 15 years old.
yeah.
It's all the other boomers on TikTok.
Yeah.
Right. That being said, we do need to get the hell out of here. So
What
thank
does
you again,
Nezzy want to
Nezzy,
say?
for...
He wants to say something. Nezzy wants to say.
Because I meant to say this last time I was on 2 years ago and I forgot.
Yeah, go on.
You know, on Spotify now on podcasts you can have the videos on there as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can you upload the video on Spotify? People are clamoring out for it.
When you say that, you mean you?
It's just me, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably look at it like twice.
Do you
in
know
like
what,
2
though?
years.
Do you know what though? About 100 to 200 people listen on YouTube every
There you
week,
go.
so people do use it.
Yeah, but you're making it
Yeah.
look the video gives you lots of more information. And
I think it
entertainment.
does. There are some times where I will go and find the podcast on YouTube
Oh dear.
to see like something that's being referred to. It's not very often, but sometimes I do. I don't understand how anyone can listen to a podcast on YouTube. It's just craziness. Like,
So yeah, but people do it at like when they're at work on an office job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
get that.
something to look forward into. Maybe bring it at the next general meeting, discuss it amongst yourselves.
Yeah, we
but-
do.
Well, it's,
we'll bring
it's
it-
Chidi who does the sorts all that
Yeah,
shit
we'll bring
out.
it to our next quarterly meeting about
There you
the
go,
veteran
yeah.
gamers, which is
That's a
basically
strong
me
start,
going,
right.
I'm doing this now, and everybody goes,
Yeah, just do
we
it.
don't
we
care.
Go, yeah, it's fine.
So I could look into it, but
Right.
I don't know. Is the answer.
There you go. Well, I've planted a seed. Let's see what
Planted the
happens,
seed.
but-
Planning to see. Rightio. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you very
But I
much.
need to go to bed because I'm back at work tomorrow, sadly. So
You think no one's ever had a job before the way you bloody bang
I
on
know,
about
yeah.
it, Stu?
bloody right. They haven't.
Jesus Christ.
Rightio. Thank you guys, and I'll speak to you next week, Mike, and I will speak to you, Nezzy, when we DJ together again at some point. Who knows?
Mhm.
See you. Bye.
Bye everyone.
See you, bye.
Bye.